Welcome you guys all today. I understand everybody here today is doing something for their legacy today. I understand Jesus' legacy today. I understand how big Jesus is. I understand my name over here. I understand I'm promoting my legacy today. I understand most of you are not doing that today. I understand why. I understand it's because you don't have confidence to build your legacy. Is that correct? Or is that it's because you don't get on the microphone. Is that correct? I understand every single day I get on the microphone. I have a nice YouTube channel. I have over 600 hours of video content right now. I mean, come and check it out. Come and check out my nice beautiful Instagram. I have over 13,000 photos of myself on Instagram because over the next 72 years, I have 1 million photos of myself. I understand that's the goal. I mean, the goal is to take 1 million photos of myself, but nice, beautiful photo shoots because I'm a nice, beautiful fashion model. So come and check out my ideas every single day. I understand that what's important every single day is understand ideas. I promise you, anybody who has an idea to give you every single day is somebody that can communicate. I understand that you rather listen to somebody who can communicate like Jesus Christ, where they can go and speak very fast every single time like I can, rather than listening to somebody who's homeless and on the street and never speaking up on the microphone. Because what's important every single day is speaking up on the microphone, and otherwise you'll never be famous. I promise you, those who never speak on the microphone will never be famous. I promise you it's that simple. I promise you anybody who's famous today can speak on a microphone. I promise you it's that simple. I promise you every single day I communicate. I make sure that my nice beautiful business cards are all together, so you can come and check out my beautiful business cards. I can also put it up right here. I understand I have a nice beautiful DJ deck right here. You can come and get my business cards right here. I understand I make sure that every single day I'm going to do something very appropriate. And what's that? I understand I build my legacy today. I'm building my legacy because I have something to teach you as a life coach. I'm a life coach, I'm a business module. I'm somebody who has orchestration around business and entrepreneurship and how to really build your legacy online and how to really promote yourself every single day to the best of your ability, by making sure that what you need every single day is something of courage. You have to understand every single day you have something of courage. You understand to adapt quickly. I promise you those who adapt very quickly every single day are the ones that can communicate. You have to be able to communicate daily and you have to be serious about what you do. Otherwise, what do you do? I promise you, what you do today is some type of information. So what type of information do you love to do every single day? I understand either way. I understand that when my nice, beautiful business cards are flying off because of the wind, I put a nice little beautiful bottle on top of my business cards so it doesn't really go anywhere. So that way I just get like 10 of them. I get 10 business cards because it's more enough. I have 100 business cards that I print off at my nice, beautiful office works. I give $10 so I can have 100 business cards. I then make sure that when I get to my street performance, I realize that somebody may enjoy my nice, beautiful speaker or music. I just hand them over a business card because they enjoy it. I realize that somebody may also come up to see my nice, beautiful portrait in my trolley, or they just may have a look or something, and then I give them my business card again. I realize that somebody may approach me and say, "What do you do, man?" I understand, "Here, man, I have a business card." I understand either way, when I come to my nice, I realize when I come to my nice, beautiful street performance, I have a business card waiting for you. I understand either way that my business card's never waiting for you really. It's just, I realize it's just here. I understand it's just here, but this will go very soon. I promise you, it's just limited time in terms of I understand, although I'm not limited. I'm not limited in terms of my life, in terms of I understand either way that time can be limiting sometimes, or can it really be? I understand that what's important is understand that this business card, I understand, will only be here until a certain time. So understand that you must go and grab it so that you can go and see what I have to deliver every single day. I understand that when I go and really promote myself on the street, I understand now because I have a nice beautiful trolley, I understand my nice beautiful portrait doesn't have a stand behind it. So it just falls off. I realize that I have to sometimes lean it on something. So what do I lean it on? I lean my nice beautiful portrait on my nice beautiful trolley today. I understand I have a trolley, and that way you understand that either way, when you get yourself a $15 or $20 or $30 portrait, you understand that it doesn't have to have a back end to it, but make sure you get a nice, beautiful, large poster. You give $50, and then guess what? I realize that portrait, in terms of that nice, beautiful image, will promote you for it would promote you for the whole year. I mean, do you understand? So thousands of people and millions of people will come and check out a nice, beautiful portrait, and understand that your trolley is holding it. I understand that what's important is make sure that your business cards don't fly away while you're doing a street performance, because you want to make sure either way that when I place even my beautiful business cards on top of my speaker, I understand it blows this way. So I put them on the floor and I put a nice beautiful bottle with water on it, so that I understand that either way that what's important is my business cards don't fly away everywhere, because that's embarrassing. I understand either way I'm making sure every single day I teach something about legacy, because I understand that those who have no legacy will never have a legacy like Eddie Murphy and Michael Jackson and Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan and Sylvester Stallone. I understand they have great legacies. in this century. Understand, at least one century, or else they're the top in one century, I promise you. So if you want to have a top legacy, you don't have to be Cristiano Ronaldo, and you don't have to be Lionel Messi. You don't have to be anybody in sports. You can be somebody who organizes some kind of franchise. You have to understand that guy, for example, who made KFC. I understand, although that guy's nice, beautiful recipe is killing many chickens today. I promise you, either way, that's not a beautiful recipe for me. I understand, although I like the idea of building a nice franchise with a recipe. I love that. I love that. I love the recipe idea and to create the franchise, but not to kill chickens. I mean, do you understand? I mean, either way, I understand that what's important is, remember, that guy who made KFC is 67 around 76 years of age. I mean, he creates a recipe and he becomes famous. I mean, that recipe though kills chickens. I want you to create something veganism franchise. I want you to understand that anybody who's a vegan franchise and creates a recipe right here, I promise you that's something beautiful. I promise you that's even more beautiful than killing animals and your dog and your cats and snakes and all that. Because I want to see cats and I want to see snakes all over the place. Because I love snakes, I love sharks, I love all these animals because we need animals to survive. Or else now, you have to understand that we need each other all the time. I promise you everybody needs each other. I promise you everybody needs something greater. I understand, although, that what's important is understand that you need yourself the most. I understand that what's important is I need myself the most and I need myself more than you. I understand, although we still need to be very social with each other every single day. I promise you everybody who's very social every single day, you have to lift people up, but thank you. I understand that when you have a professional attitude in front of a camera or in front of a video, I promise you I'll make sure to portable, in terms of to put my portable speaker that I gave money for, and I didn't give money for the portable speaker, I gave it for I understand that I gave around $430 to get this nice beautiful speaker so that I can have a nice beautiful public speaking event anywhere in the world. I understand either way, my portable speaker is in the middle of my nice beautiful microphone because there's a difference, because my microphone is something that goes straight down the middle where my sound is coming from, because I don't want my sound to be coming from the 60, I don't want to be making sure anything other than I, but make sure they understand that your nice beautiful sound system has to be coming straight down the middle. Otherwise it's going to be a panned kind of reversion in yourself, because otherwise you have to understand that 70% of the sound is on the right side then. Understand the right side must be 50%, and also you must understand that you're listening to sound from both ends equally, and I promise you that's the whole deal. I promise you the whole deal is making sure that you have something much more than yesterday. I understand the coronavirus deal today. I'll make sure I stay away from these shops. I never want to wear these coronavirus masks. I never need them. I understand that what's important is I stay away from these shops as much as I can. I understand that if you're always going into these shops today with the coronavirus mask, or else it's because you have to understand you're promoting the coronavirus pandemic. So I never want to promote that. I never want to promote that. I understand that what's important is I want to promote I today over everything else. I understand that what's important is make sure that when you understand that you never cop a fine from the police, because if you don't wear a mask today, I promise you that they charge you $200 for that. I understand either way, you must understand that they cannot strip you of your I, which is I love you. I understand that when you go and really realize that everything today is happening for a reason, but if you're building your legacy today, you're stronger than everybody else. I promise you it's that simple. I'd rather you be someone massive in the world who has a big name for yourself than somebody who's just walking down the shops today. I promise you either way, that what's amazing every single day is you have an opportunity every single day to decide to build your name much greater, like Jackie Chan, or Sylvester Stallone, or Jesus Christ, or Nikola Tesla, or Elon Musk. I promise you these massive individuals have a nice beautiful name for themselves all their life. I promise you that's beautiful, but when I see the crowd and somebody that doesn't have a name for themselves, I try to lift them. I try to lift them every single day, because I am also making a name for myself. So I want you also in 10 years time to realize my name's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, because I'm creating more YouTube videos, I'm helping more people online, I'm helping more people around the world, and I want you to do the same so that I also motivate you inside my YouTube channel and my Instagram. So come and check out the ideas every single day. I always motivate people how to become their best versions, because that's what I believe in. I believe in the best version of you. I understand that Michael Jackson has a great legacy, and Eddie Murphy, and all these individuals of the planet who you believe is famous. I want you to be that famous too. I understand that what's important is, I don't want you to just walk around the shops like most people. I understand that I don't want to do that. I want to be here being the loudest of them all, because I understand I have something to promote. I have something of a passion, and now anybody who has a passion today is somebody that has information. Do you have information today? I mean, you have some type of information, and that information is your passion. I don't know what information you have to bring to the table, but there's some type of information or idea. I mean, there's an idea that you have today that you can come and speak on a microphone with. I promise you, there's one type of information or idea that you love to do. So understand that all passions in life is information. I promise you, that's what Jesus is. I promise you, he's full of information about the Bible and the stories about wisdom of God and wisdom of life. I understand that what's important is make sure every single day you're just making sure that you're always much more courageous about yourself and making sure that you have confidence and freedom. I understand although that Jamie Oliver, for example, has a nice beautiful cooking show, but I have a cooking show where I never have to cook. I never have to cook to eat my food. So I understand that either way, that what's important is to understand to have the better ideas. I mean, would you rather cook for 50 minutes like Jamie Oliver, or never have to cook in your life? I'm pretty sure that's the difference. I mean, what's more time effective? So look for those kind of ideas to understand time management skills, because anything that's a time management skill today is something that's really worthy of your attention. So anything that's really worthy of your attention daily is something that's lifting you with ideas and giving you those ideas on how to lose weight and how to get healthier and how to live a longer life and how to financially calculate your finances and how to be your own financial advisor. Because I am a financial advisor who advises people a better way of life. I understand how to get to a better way of life in marketing and sales and pitching people and freedom and traveling the world and marketing promotion and being on video and communication skills. I mean, I have it. I have the nice, beautiful, better life, because financial advising is communication skills as well. I understand that, when you have a financial advisor, you must make sure that it's you the most, because you have to trust in yourself and Jesus Christ. I promise you, that's the only two that you really need. You need yourself and Jesus Christ, and that's it. You don't need me, but I point you to Jesus Christ. You can just go to Jesus Christ and go on your own behavior, and you don't have to listen to anybody except Jesus Christ. I promise you, that man will teach you something. I promise you, that's who I learn from every day. I thank you very much. I understand every single day I have a mentor all the time. I realize I only have one mentor in life, and that's Jesus Christ. I promise you, everybody else is my side hustle mentor. I promise you, they're just updates around the world, but the exact information you ever need is the Bible. I promise you, that's the exact information, and that's no more than that. I promise you, anything that's more than the Bible is anything that's added to the Bible. I mean, you understand? But the first information of the planet is the Bible, and that's the only go-to. I promise you, everything else is derivative of the Bible. I promise you, everything else in terms of information and everything that you see today is because of the Bible and because of the information, because of the communication skills. Because before the Bible, there was no information products, and there was nothing to go by. I understand in Hercules times, they didn't have the nice, beautiful Jesus Bible. So what did they do? They were killing each other. I mean, they were just killing each other because they want to parade over people's land. And that's not Jesus, that's not what Jesus does. And they didn't have the Bible. I realized the Trojan War. I watched the movie, The Troy. I understand that movie. I understand either way, the Hercules times and all those times, I understand they just love to kill people because they don't have the Bible. So I understand that if the Bible was not here today, I'm pretty sure we will never be alive. I'm pretty sure we will never be alive because I believe in that information of the Bible. And it's such a miracle to understand that God came and showed himself, even though when they killed him, I understand he shows himself again as an angel, this time in front of people. I understand either way that there's many miracles in the Bible, and I believe in that. I believe in miracles. I believe a miracle can happen in your life today. I promise you, you have to create it though. You have to understand, if you want to follow anybody in life, you follow Jesus Christ. But if you follow me, I'll lead you to Jesus Christ through my habits. So when you learn my habits, you also learn Jesus Christ. I promise you, it's that simple. I promise you, you don't have to learn my habits, you just go Jesus Christ then. I promise you, either way, I have nice, beautiful powers where I go and live like Jesus can every single day. And that's how I really get my information. So when somebody says, hey man, you must get 8,000 units, man. I mean, you need some real estate, man. I mean, you see my jet, man. I mean, I understand Grant Cardone. I understand Grant Cardone has a jet. I understand he has 8,000 units. I understand although Jesus says, hey, I don't need you to have 8,000 units. I need you to have enough plastic money. I promise you, that's my business card. You can grab one. I thank you. You can grab 2 or 3 or give it to your family. I understand either way that I just put my nice, beautiful water bottle there so that it doesn't all fly off. I understand that what's important is understand that every single day, I'm just promoting all the time. But make sure you understand that only you need enough plastic money. You need one real estate that you can hold for the next 73 years and just get some plastic money so you never have to work a 9-to-5 job. For sure, that's it. For sure, you don't have to go around chasing all this real estate and have massive real estates and then sell them in 10 years to get more money. I promise you, if you have already $10 million, I promise you that's already more than enough for you to live your whole life. I can live over the next 73 years with $2 million. I promise you that's it. I just have to achieve $2 million and I can live for the rest of my life. I promise you that's it. I promise you either way, with that $2 million, I put it back into my business I make a seminar around here in Sydney, I make a seminar in Perth, I make a seminar in Australia with that money, and then I charge at the door. I charge at the door and I make more money from that. So either way, it multiplies. And then I'm a comedian as well. I'm an actor, I'm a singer, I'm a music producer as well. I understand either way, I have all these other side hustles. So instead of doing a live seminar around the world, I'll do a comedy show somewhere around here, but it can be a smaller event. I understand either way, I charge at the door because I have real estate to back me up with the money. So I can charge you when I'm gaining money from real estate. I mean, do you understand? But if I have nothing coming from real estate, then how can I charge you? I mean, understand that what's important is your legacy first. So build that beautiful legacy of yours, and then understand when you're popular, people will come see you, and then you charge them at the door because you have real estate. Alright, now real estate is something that you have to go and read. So what you do with real estate is you get realestate.com.au application, and you read all the descriptions that they have about real estate in the world. Because if you want to be smart about what's happening in the latest technology and the clothes today and anything about cars, you have to find the descriptions. Because let's say Ferrari has maybe 12 sentences about the description of the Ferrari, but that 12 sentences will teach you about the Ferrari. I promise you now, maybe let's say 1 million Ferraris are made, but they all have 12 descriptions each. I mean, each and every single one of those descriptions will teach you something about Ferraris. I mean, that's the same as real estate and the same as fashion brands and clothes. So understand that when you go and teach yourself consciously, you have to consciously go and realize to get the applications that you need in terms of real estate and all these websites, and then go and read about Kmart and what exactly they have in Kmart. And find the best deals. So when you're finding the best deals, you're looking at the nice, beautiful descriptions of every single product in Kmart and Big W and Myers. I mean, check out all the descriptions, because perfume, I mean, what's in the perfume? I mean, it's in the description. I mean, then you'll find out what's in all the perfumes, and then you'll find out what's in all the clothes, and you'll find out what's in the whole Kmart because of the information. Because what is all this? Or else everything here is information. So you have to find out about that. But what is that? Or else that's information. Or else what is this that I'm breathing? I realize it's information. Or else we have to find out about that. So we have to be curious about what's in that store, because I understand that there's many clothes and possessions there, but let's find out the descriptions of those clothes. And now we're smart, aren't we? We're very smart, because there's 1,000 objects over there, but when I learn about the nice, beautiful descriptions there, I'm smart about that shop, and now I can be a retail clerk, and I can sell all those clothes very quickly. I understand straight away all the nice, beautiful Foot Locker shoes. I read all those descriptions. I mean, it's very quick. You read all the descriptions of the shoes, and then now you can be the best sales clerk in that real estate, and you'll be promoted to a CEO of the company just by doing that. And then you're like a salesperson in that real estate or whatever it is, because you're reading those descriptions of all the cars and what they have on the wheels and what is in the engine. I mean, it's all descriptions. I mean, just little particles of information that they write on websites. I mean, just read that, because that's information, and that's the Bible. For sure, that's all information. So read anything that's information. I understand now that, for example, Dick Smith and JB Hi-Fi have so much technology, but people are so, let's say, unaware about that. I mean, they're unaware to read all the descriptions of JB Hi-Fi and Dick Smith and all these electronic stores like Bing Lee, because they don't want to go on the website and consciously read all these descriptions. I mean, why? Because they're unaware. Or else everybody's unaware to a certain extent. I understand I'm unaware to a certain extent, but I know my I. I understand now my I is something that is I love you. I understand the only actual dictionary word or the word of God or anything in terms of a word or letter that you have to really know is I love you. I promise you now, what do you describe yourself in a dictionary? I mean, what kind of word in a dictionary can you describe yourself with? I promise you there's only I. I mean, there's a cat and a dog and there's excellence. I mean, you can put yourself as excellence, but realize that the best word is I promise you, if you want to be anything, I realize you say I love you first. Or do you say excellence love you? I mean, what do you describe yourself first? Because you have to put I first. You have to put yourself first. So I is first. I understand either way that when I say I love you, I never say love you, I say I love you. Because there's a big difference. You have to have your eyes perspective. And that's how I can communicate every single day. I understand when I communicate every single day, I go and do something of public speaking quality and I make sure I move on. Because every single day you have to understand that what's important is talent. So when you're having talent in your life and you have talent, a lot of talent in your life, you realize to go and be a fashion model in terms of how you look like now. I need you to understand that there's many people who are actors right now who may have flaws. I mean, a lot of flaws, but they just show it off. I mean, do you understand? Well, you can understand Oprah Winfrey. I mean, I understand that she has weight problems, but look at her. I mean, she's in front of a crowd. I mean, she's so inspiring and she's going to be remembered forever. And why? Because she's building a legacy in front of people. I mean, what am I doing over here? I'm in front of people too. So if you want to be anything like Kevin Hart, I mean, Kevin Hart's a comedian, and he has to stand up in front of people. And singers, I mean, who's a singer today? I mean, they have to stand up in front of people like Michael Jackson. I mean, understand, that's what you need to do. So you have to build the confidence. So I teach all that in my nice book for YouTube and Mega Drive, and also my Instagram. So come and check out all those ideas every single day. I understand it's very important to just inspire yourself, so I can be a mentor for the next 72 years. I'm here for the next 72 years because that's when I reach 100 years of age. I'm a vegan now, so I'm preparing to really be at 100 years of age. And then from 100 years of age, I plan to be 110. And then 120. So as long as I can go. But what's amazing is make sure you're building a legacy like Jesus Christ. I mean, have that big legacy, because I understand that what's coming up is, let's say, more difficult if you're not growing. You have to be growing yourself. You have to be right now adapting quickly and fast, and understand that you need a mentor. You need somebody to guide you. You need more information about the world. So I have 30 billionaires and 30 millionaires around me, and I have them on YouTube. So what I do is get that information and I put it into a video. And then I show you the direction of where they're going. So I'm your link to those people. I understand that if you ever want anything in terms of those mentors, I understand I always write a journal. I have a journal every single day. I write a notes pad. I have a nice beautiful journal in my phones. I have a nice beautiful notes system. And it's just a blank page, but I write about my story. I understand, for example, Anne Frank, who is in the World War II. I understand she writes in a journal. I understand this happened because this is the Nazis and they came here. And I mean, that's how I write in my journal. And I write about that in terms of the coronavirus and what's going on, and I update myself every single day about my journal and how to really get around the world. And I teach people everything about who am I going to and which mentors are amazing in my journal. So my video information is different from my journal and writing in terms of handwriting, but I don't do handwriting, I do typing. I do the typing on my phone, or else it's much better and faster for me to upload it online, because I used to do it in a nice beautiful exercise. I understand now I have to take photos of those exercise books to post it online, and that's why I have a Mega Drive storage online where I post 1 terabyte or 50 terabytes of my videos online, and it's a storage online forever. I understand everybody can go and download my videos now, and everybody can download my images every single day and quotes and all that. I mean, if you have a question, you can ask me. I have a nice beautiful microphone here. I'm Danny Milivojevic. I have a business card over here, so you can find me. I have a nice, beautiful business card. I thank you very much. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. I'm also understanding that every single day, thank you very much. I'll see you ladies very soon. I understand that every single day, I understand that I'm half Serbian and half Croatian also. I understand that it doesn't make any difference what nationality you are, but let's give a nice, beautiful story about your nationality and what nationality are you. But understand either way, you must give people the backgrounds of your life and the cultures and whatever you eat, and make sure you understand why you eat what you eat, and why do you do what you do, and why do you go here today, and why did you come here today, and why, and why. I mean, you may have an answer again, but why did you come here? I mean, why did you come there? I mean, why did you come here because of that? I mean, why did you sit down? I mean, why are you watching me? I mean, why aren't you going somewhere else to become much better? I understand either way, you must understand that no matter what, that every single question in a dictionary is a better question. So understand that either way, why am I here? I'm here to teach you something. I'm here to grow. I understand, why are you pushing that trolley? I mean, why are you with her? I mean, why? I mean, reason and write it down in the video and explain it. Because when you're speaking it up, or else when you're speaking up about your life every single day, you understand why are you speaking up about your life. Because I'm confident. Why are you confident? I'm confident because I need to lead. Why do you need to lead people? I have to lead people because I understand that when I reason, I will be better. I understand, why do you have to be better? I have to be better because I understand something. I mean, why do you understand something? I understand I have to reason. I mean, why do you have to reason? I understand when I reason, I'll show God something. I mean, why do you have to show God something? I mean, I have to show God something because I want to be something in life. I mean, why do you want to be something in life? I want to be something in life so I can have a great legacy. I mean, why do you want a great legacy for? I mean, I want a great legacy because Jesus Christ has a great legacy. I mean, why does Jesus Christ have a great legacy? I don't know. I mean, let me go find out. I mean, why? And now go and teach why Jesus has a great legacy. I understand either way, Jesus has a nice, beautiful legacy, because guess what? I realize that's why you have to understand that somebody has to mentor you every single day like I am. I understand now, why does Jesus have to mentor you? I mean, now Jesus has to mentor somebody. I mean, why does Jesus have to mentor somebody? Because isn't a leader somebody who mentors somebody? I understand, but why? I mean, why not? I mean, understand either way, you must understand that when you're leading people, you have to be doing the why question. You must understand why are you doing here. I mean, why are you standing here? I mean, why are you standing in the cold? I mean, understand, are you promoting your legacy today? I mean, why? I mean, why? I mean, why? Is it your confidence? I mean, I realize it may be your confidence. You have to understand, the information is confidence. So the more information you have, the better you are. But you have to teach confidence. And when you're teaching confidence, you have to be in front of people too. I realize it's not just about being online and in your room. I realize it's not just about that and doing your work in your room. I mean, how about traveling the world? I mean, how about traveling the world and doing your work away from people at first, and then traveling the world and being in front of people as well? I mean, how about that? I mean, I promise you, it's not about sex either. I promise you, sex is growth. I promise you, anything that's growth today is Jesus Christ. And anything that has a nice, beautiful remedy every single day, that when you're really, really encouraging people to grow, you understand no matter what, to always look much more appropriate than yesterday, because anything that's much more appropriate has a name for itself. So my name is Danny Milivojevic, but understand that my real name is I love you. Understand when I love somebody, so much, understand I say I love you. And that's my only name. I understand when I love myself so much, I am going to always never ridicule myself in a way that I will destroy myself, because I never would. I never destroy myself in life. I make sure every single day I just place a nice beautiful shoulder bag I have over here at the back of my trolley, because I understand that the wind is pushing my nice beautiful portrait this way, and so is my trolley going this way. So I put a nice beautiful heavy, let's say it's not heavy, but it's my nice beautiful shoulder bag for about, in terms of 5 kilos, understand 5 kilos can hold your nice beautiful trolley from going backwards. So either way, understand that's where I place it, just behind the nice beautiful wheels, so it doesn't go backwards, so that I don't have to always correct my nice beautiful portrait. I understand either way that what's important is teach people everything you do. I mean, every single step. I mean, why did you take that step? I mean, because of this. I mean, now you take another step. I mean, why did you take that step? I mean, because of this step. I mean, why did you take this step over here? I mean, because of the other steps. I mean, you understand? So reason every single day why you're doing those steps of yours. I mean, why are you living today? And why are you walking with them? I mean, why? I mean, why aren't you building your legacy like me? I mean, isn't that more important? I mean, that she's not going to build your legacy for you, and you're not going to build her legacy either. I understand. That's why I stay away from women. I stay away from women so much, because I understand why I need to build my legacy, because my legacy is more important than a woman today. I promise you. I promise you. What's more important is self-worth. I promise you. I'm honest about life. I'm honest. I'm very honest. I never have to carry women's bags. I promise you, you carry your own bag in life. I promise you, it's not ladies first. I promise you, it's I first. I first. I'm a man. I have to go first. I promise you, a woman has to go first for themselves. I promise you, ladies are first for themselves. A man is first for themselves. I say men first and woman first. I mean, do you understand what I mean? So what's first, really? I love you. You must be first in your life. You must be first in your life. Promise you, that's how it is. You must be first in your life. I mean, do you understand? That when you're growing, you always lift. Promise you, that's what it's about. I understand every single day when you're lifting, you must understand that just because gentlemen say ladies first, or else that anybody who puts a lady first in themselves is somebody that's not a gentleman, really. I promise you, a gentleman says, you ladies go first over there while I'll go first over here. I understand, because that's because there's a men's toilet and there's also a woman's toilet, isn't it? But understand that either way, that you must go first, and let people go first, but don't try to challenge them about who goes first. I mean, just make sure you're going first and they're going first. I mean, I understand that I recently had an argument with my biological father, because he is saying, you go first to the shop. I said, no, you go first, because I can just walk it to the shop. I mean, he needs the car. I say, you go because you have to go. I can just walk it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to challenge him about who goes first. I don't want to take his car, because he has to go somewhere with the car. So he's saying, go first with the car. I mean, he's saying, go first with the car, so he has to wait. So never make people wait, but make sure you tell him, you go first with the car, and I'll walk it, or I'll grab an Uber. Because you have to go first, and I have to go first. I mean, we both have to make sure that we're going first, because if I take the car from you and then you have to wait for me 30 minutes to get back, I don't want you to wait, man. I want you to go right away. So make sure you go the other way, because that's what my biological father does, and he tries to give me his position. So what I do is say, you keep your position, I have my own position, I'll go another way. I can always go another way. I mean, do you understand? Because he wants me to he wants to put me above him, so that I take his car for 30 minutes while he has to wait. I don't want to make him wait, so I make him go with the car first, so that he's happier like that. I promise you, if I have to make him wait, he gets very angry. I promise you that what's amazing is understand that you go around and make him go first or her first, and then make sure that you go the other way around and say, I'm first this way. You go first that way, I'll go this way first. I don't want to go in your direction and fight with you who's first about life. I promise you, you're first, I'm first. I promise you, I'm first here, but if you need this position, you say, hey, I need you to finish up because in about an hour, I want to start. I promise you now, in about an hour, I can do it. I promise you, 1 hour from now, I can do that. But right now, I can say, you can make sure you can go over there. And you can be first. You can be the first one over there to do a nice, beautiful public speaking performance. Because I understand that what's important every single day is promote thy name. But when somebody asks you, what is your name? You have to say, I. You have to understand that really, I say my name is I. I promise you, although I revert sometimes and I say, my name is Danny Milivojevic. But my name is not really Danny Milivojevic. I understand it's really I love you. I understand either way, I say my label, you can find me at Danny Milivojevic. Because Jesus Christ is not really Jesus Christ. I promise you, Jesus Christ is I love you. I is everything. I realize every single individual in the planet, I realize every single individual in the planet who's ever living right now has one name only. I realize there's only one name, and the name is God. I promise you, everybody's God in I. I promise you, that's it. I promise you, everybody has I. I promise you, everybody's name is just one name, which is I. I mean, the letter I mean, that's your name. I promise you, that's it. I promise you, the letter I is your name. So everybody's letter I is everybody's name. But we label ourselves differently from the I. I mean, Danny Milivojevic is a given name from somebody else. I mean, why? Because that's just a given name, or else that's something that's given. But understand either way that what's amazing is making sure that your name is something that you know. You must know your letter I. Actually, that's your real name. I understand every single sentence starts with I and ends with I, but every single sentence doesn't start with Danny Milivojevic in life, and it doesn't end with Danny Milivojevic. I mean, do you understand? Apparently not for everybody, but with I, yes. Apparently now with I start my life and I end my life with I. Apparently that is for everybody. Because everybody can start their life with I and end with I. Because it leads directly to I. Because I is also you. And I leads into you, and I leads into I. I is everybody here. Because I is going that way, I is also going this way, I is up there. I mean, I is everywhere. I mean, I is also looking at the phone right here. I is also wearing a suit. I is everything. I is who I am. I understand the way. I just see I. I understand when I go and do a public speaking performance on the street, I make sure I do the best performance of my life because I understand it's legacy. But you need to build a legacy for yourself as quickly as possible. But when somebody wants to intrigue on you and they say, no, that the woman is much more important than your legacy, I promise you, no, you're much more important than the woman. I promise you, the woman for themselves is much more important than the man. I promise you must be much more important than everybody else. I promise you, that's it. I have to understand that I'm much more important than a woman, and they must say that against also, not against, but saying that in a way that they are better than me also. You must say you are better than me, and I'm better than you also. I mean, do you understand? Because if you're saying that you're worse than me, I mean, why are you saying you're worse than me for? I mean, say you're better than me. I mean, doesn't that make sense? I mean, that's much better. I mean, it's better for you to say I'm better than you than I am worse than you. I mean, how does that work? I'm worse than you today. I mean, is that negative? I'm better than you. I'm better than you. But guess what? I realize that what matters is understand that some people get very negative when you say, I'm better than you. I realize they want to hear you say, I'm worse than you. I mean, they want to be negative like that. I'm not worse than you. I'm better than you. I promise you, that's how it is. I promise you, what's the best idea is make sure that you're giving them. You have to be giving those ideas every single day. Because I'd rather hang around with myself and build my legacy than be around a woman today. I understand how it is following a woman today. I understand that there's no legacy building there. I understand when you're working a 9-to-5 job as well, or else there's no building legacy in the 9-to-5 job. I promise you, a 9-to-5 job, I can live without it, totally. I promise you, what's important is anything that you're doing out of the 9-to-5 job. I promise you, this is my actual hustle. I realize this is what I love to do. I realize this is much better than cleaning toilets. I understand that. I understand that what's important is understanding that every single day you go and really, really expect yourself to grow. I mean, expect yourself to grow and really concede in a way that you understand you allow everything. I mean, if somebody's trying to exert control over you, I mean, concede and just let them win. I mean, you understand? I mean, do you understand? I mean, let them win. I mean, if they're competing with you already, I mean, if your daughter a husband, I mean, if your daughter or husband or wife or kids are trying to win you over, I mean, let them win you over. I mean, it isn't that simple, but if you understand that, let's say your son gets a soccer ball and wants to get past you with the soccer ball, and you get the ball off him, and guess what? You won, didn't you? I mean, your son lost. You made your son lose, didn't you? I mean, come on. I mean, let them score the goal. I mean, do you understand? I mean, whatever happens is make sure that when somebody wants to compete with you and win over, I mean, just let them win. I understand a homeless individual just hit me recently about a month ago and 2 months ago. I mean, what did I do? I didn't hit back. I can knock the guy out. I can knock him out totally. I mean, 70-year-old man. I mean, a 70-year-old man. I mean, I'm 28 years of age. I mean, I can knock him out. Totally. I mean, do you understand? And he punches me, and guess what? I just let him win, didn't I? I let him win. I understand? That's a man. That's what a man does. And guess what? I realize Jesus didn't fight back either. I realize Jesus just lets them win and lets them do whatever they want to do. I mean, that's what God does, doesn't he? I mean, that's what God does, because God just lets you live life. I promise you, that's how Jesus Christ lets you live as well. I promise you, they tried to kill Jesus, and Jesus just says, let them. I mean, let them, Father. I mean, let them kill me, because I have something better. I have eternal life. I have something greater than this world. And Jesus says, I'm not from this world. I mean, you understand? I mean, Jesus didn't try to win them over. I mean, Jesus already won them over. And when Jesus won them over, or else Jesus doesn't have to compete with them about who's going to kill who and who's going to cause who violence. I mean, do you understand? I mean, Jesus says, cause me violence and that's it. I mean, isn't that a beautiful God? I promise you that what's amazing is that when you go and really, really describe what God is, you'll look at Jesus Christ today and you'll follow him. And you understand that no matter what, that you must go and grow yourself. You must go and realize every single day, I follow Jesus Christ myself. I understand either way that what's amazing in life is that many people don't get the story of Jesus Christ. And they don't understand his habits. And they don't understand why he does what he does. I understand that it's because you don't know what you're doing. I mean, do you understand? Or else Jesus says, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. I mean, do you understand? I mean, you don't even know what you're doing, man. I mean, why are you with your girlfriend when you can be building your legacy for? I mean, you understand? I mean, why aren't you doing a public speaking event right now? I mean, what are you waiting for? I mean, do you understand? Because why? Because you don't know what you're doing. You believe a girlfriend is much more important than your legacy. I don't know why. I'd rather be with myself than a woman today. I'd rather be with myself than a woman. I don't care about sex. I care about Jesus Christ. I mean, do you understand? I appreciate my legacy today more than a woman. I mean, do you understand? And a woman has to appreciate their own legacies. So why are you with a man for? I mean, why are you with a man? You need a man to hold your bags? I mean, hold it yourself. I mean, do you understand? I mean, hold your bags yourself and do it yourself, because that's how life is. I mean, did Jesus make everybody hold his bags? I mean, understand that what's important is Jesus Christ makes you do it yourself. I mean, do you understand? And guess what? Jesus already does it for you. I mean, do you understand? Because Jesus is living in you right now. So what you have to realize is Jesus gives you that knowledge, and through Jesus you live life. And then God's just living your life for you. I mean, do you understand? Because you're living God in the information. So when you're living information, you're living God and not you. Or else now God is you. I mean, you have to understand that either way, that what's important is understand that there's nothing else but you. Or else there's nothing else in the world that you can describe other than you. Of course, there's no other label in life that you can actually, let's say, I mean, there's no other label that you can actually really label except you. You can only say that it's you. I mean, everything I ever see in terms of life, I label it as I. I mean, that portable speaker is not portable speaker. I realize it's I. I mean, this is all I. I mean, it's just simplified into an I. I understand that there's one space over here, but that space is I. I understand I, everything. I mean, do you understand? So when I go really, really dwell in I really find my home, which is a little I love you. I is my little insect. I understand it's my little integrity, and it's also my little, let's say, my little inspiration. I understand my life is also I. I understand I is everything. I understand when I really go and dwell upon a better life, I understand it's really that you understand your legacy, because she will not build your legacy, and nobody else will build your legacy for you, because that's yours to deliver. I promise you, your legacy is your duty. I promise you, it's that simple. So if you're looking for real estate today, you can find it in Australia. You don't have to go anywhere else around the world. to find real estate except in your home country. And that's it. I promise you, all you need is one real estate and hold it over 73 years and more. I mean, hold it over a long time and maintain it, and you'll get some plastic money from it, and you'll get out of the 9-to-5 job. And it's that simple to find real estate today. I realize you can start small and understand you hold it for a long time, you'll get some plastic money, and you'll 10x your money, and either way, you've made a lifestyle. I promise you, either way, you don't have to be like Grant Cardone going and getting all these real estates in terms of 8,000 units and more to make yourself feel good. I mean, do you understand? What you really need is just one real estate that can get you enough plastic money, and that's it. I promise you, enough plastic money. How much plastic money do you want, Grant Cardone? I mean, how much plastic money do you want in life? I mean, find the nice number. I understand 10 million bucks will get me through life. I promise you, that's it. I promise you, either way, what's amazing is understand that $2 million will get me throughout life. I promise you, that's it. I promise you, I just have to make $2 million. I promise you, I can do that. I promise you, anybody can make $2 million in life. I promise you, they work 40 years in a 9-to-5 job. I promise you, I promise you'll make $2 million there. Because every 20 years, somebody makes $1 million in a 9-to-5. I mean, do you understand? I mean, it's easy to make $2 million and live your life. I promise you, it's easy. I promise you, what's even easier is teaching people in a crowd. I promise you, it's very easy to teach people in front of people. And it's very easy to build your skills. And it's very easy to build confidence and live life like Jesus Christ can. I promise you, it's very easy to delay gratification and to eat everything that's knowledge today, and also to understand how you're going to grow. Everything that's very important today is making sure that you have a legacy. I mean, build your legacy today and stop being a security guard. I mean, do you understand? I mean, understand, I don't want you to be a security guard at 100 years of age either. I mean, do you understand? Because how does that work? I don't want you to be selling tickets on the street at 50 years time. I mean, what's the point in that? I mean, if you're going to sell tickets, you're going to be on the public speaking microphone doing this kind of selling tickets. I'm selling tickets right now. I'm selling free courage. I'm selling free confidence. I'm giving tickets out. I'm making sure you understand my business card. I have a free ticket over here into greatness. I promise you, either way, you must understand that what's amazing every single day is find the courage to make sure that you can go and better your life every single day. I understand I have an Apple Watch. I understand it's 1 hour and 19 minutes until sunset. I promise you, that's why I have a nice, beautiful Apple Watch that gives me that time. I understand that time is when I finish up over here. I mean, do you understand? Because that's what an Apple Watch provides, which is just one little time, which is so special, isn't it? Whereas now is time special? I'm much more special than time, but I understand that either way, the time is I. I understand everything is special when it's I. I understand either way that what's important is you understand that when I have an Apple Watch, I go and really deliver every single day. I look at my time. I understand that when I look at my nice, beautiful Apple Watch now, I make sure that either way that I show you guys that what's important is when you have an Apple Watch, you have a nice, beautiful weather channel on your Apple Watch. So when I press it, I understand it's cloudy for the next 12 hours. I mean, isn't that beautiful? I mean, does your Rolex watch, does the Rolex do that? I mean, $5,000 phones in terms of $5,000 wristwatch they don't even do that. I mean, do you understand? I mean, understand either way that what's amazing if you're doing Bitmoy or anything that's really courage today, you have to understand Bitmoy is anything that's really an emotion. So give more Bitmoys out. Whereas when you're really going and making up words on the spot, I mean, just lift people with them. Because understand that when you're really, really dwelling in upon a better way for yourself, I mean, go and promote your name every single day. I mean, just make sure that people can see you, because 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 people a day equates into how many people a year. I mean, 1,000 people and 800 a year see you. I promise you, either way, those people will share you around, and it multiplies very quickly. I promise you, George Gammon, just in 2020, received, in terms of his life, in terms of the YouTube channel, I mean, 206,000 subscribers just in 2020. I mean, YouTube is working. I mean, it's working, but you have to understand that you have to go word by mouth sometimes, and you have to understand that you have to promote yourself. But that guy is only promoting himself really, just online. I mean, either way, you have to understand that he is more online than a public speaker on the street like I am. I mean, he's just doing online work, and that's it. I mean, 206,000 subscribers in 1 year. I mean, how about Gary Vaynerchuk? I mean, 4 million subscribers on Instagram in 1 year. I mean, it's very quick. I mean, 4 million subscribers on Instagram in 1 year is Gary Vaynerchuk. I mean, do you understand? I mean, 4 million people follow him in 1 year. I mean, imagine in 10 years' time. I mean, 30 million people and more. I mean, do you understand? So realize that in 1 year from now, I can have 4 million followers very quickly on Instagram. I promise you, it's very quick, isn't it? I promise you. Now, what makes me so special? I promise you, I have the information you need. I have any information you want a problem solved, I can do it. I have any information you ever need, because that's what is so special about me, because I point you in a better direction either way. I show you my life. I show you how I live my life daily. I understand that any woman that gets up on the street and starts public speaking like I do, I promise you, she's very inspirational. I promise you, either way, that I have never met a woman who comes up on the street here in terms of Sydney, Australia, and does public speaking. I promise you, either way, that you can be the first one if you're watching me. I promise you, either way, that what's amazing is make sure you start now. I promise you, when you're starting now to do something much better, I understand it's not about taking care of your kids. I promise you, it's about building your legacy today. I promise you, your legacy is much more important than your kids. I realize that you can give everything to your kids, and then your kids have a greater legacy than you. I mean, do you understand? I mean, that's not nice. I mean, that's not nice. I mean, yes, it's nice that you give. You have to give. But understand, you make your legacy greater, and let them try to catch up to you. I understand that when I have kids, I understand my kids and my wife, I mean, they have to catch up to my legacy. I promise you. I promise you, what's amazing is I support them along the way. I never even get your support. I understand that what's amazing is I support you anyway. Or else you don't want to give me a support, I'll support you. I mean, I'm just a bigger man. I'm just a better person. I understand. You don't want to give me love. You love your dad more than me. I love all of you more than me. I mean, do you understand? I love all of you then. I mean, do you understand? I'm just like that. I love everybody equally. I love you and everybody just like I love my biological mom. I mean, you love your dad and sister more than me. I mean, how immature. I mean, that's so immature. I mean, God loves everybody equally. I mean, do you understand? I mean, that's so equal, isn't it? I mean, God doesn't say, I love Jesus Christ more than you. I mean, God doesn't say that. I mean, what God says is, I love Jesus Christ like I love you. I promise you, that's so amazing, isn't it? I promise you, when I find a woman and she says, I love my brother more than you, I promise you, I'd rather get away from you then. I promise you, I'd just rather go somewhere else, because I see a tomboy or somebody that just loves somebody else more than me. Alright, now I love everybody. I love tomboys. I love everything. I mean, that's the whole point. I mean, if you hate somebody, I mean, just say I love you to them. I mean, just say it to yourself. I love this person. I never hate them. Or I mean, as soon as you say you hate them, or that's when you really hate them. I understand either way that you must go back to your eye and say I love them and not hate them. Because if you hate somebody, then you want to kill them. I never want you to kill, so say that you love them. I mean, it's just a bit of abbreviations in terms of a new positive affirmation. I love you today. I mean, isn't that nicer than coming there to slap you out? I mean, it's much nicer when people are not violent. And it's much nicer when the government's also letting us travel the world for free. I apologize. I understand my nice, beautiful phone is right here. I understand. I realize that's my fault. I realize I didn't watch out. I understand I was public speaking, and I'm still public speaking because that's amazing. I understand when somebody comes and hits your nice, beautiful phone and doesn't say sorry. I mean, I apologize. I apologize. I understand that what's amazing is when whatever happens, I realize it can be any nationality. I understand they hit your phone and they just walk away. They don't care about you. I mean, they don't care about your phone. I realize they don't care about your public speaking event. I mean, they're wearing a coronavirus mask and they don't even apologize when they hit your phone and technology, because they're not even watching out for you, man. I mean, they're not even watching out for themselves. I mean, do you understand? So realize, I mean, what did I say over here? I mean, I took responsibility for that. I apologize, woman. I apologize for public speaking, but guess what? I have to lead somehow. I have to lead and do something. I have to make sure that I do a better job so that you can see my phone over here. I understand when you see my phone, I understand that there's an audience and billions of people watching. I understand billions of people watching my nice, beautiful videos. So when you take my phone away from me, I understand that you also take a lot away from billions of people. I understand that what's important is make sure you go and really subscribe into a better life, because when you're doing so, I mean, care for yourself and understand to take responsibility for what happens. Otherwise, if somebody hits you, I mean, just say, I apologize. Otherwise, it's my fault. I mean, either way, otherwise that's what Jesus Christ says. Otherwise, Jesus Christ on the cross is saying, I apologize, guys. I apologize for coming here. I just love you all so much. I mean, do you understand Jesus Christ? I mean, they put a nice, beautiful nail into his leg, and he may say, I apologize. I love you all. I mean, do you understand Jesus Christ? I mean, they put a nice, beautiful nail in his leg, and he's saying, I love you all. I love you all. Do you understand? I mean, how beautiful is that? I mean, either way, I understand that the first word that comes out of Jesus' mouth is I in life. I understand when I go out and I really dwell in a better way, I understand that no matter what, I just say I, thank you. I have a nice, beautiful grace over here. I understand God's watching. I understand either way that when I go and really, really help myself, I understand I see many people in the street today, and many people are not building their legacies today. I understand they just want to be nobodies. I understand many people around here want to be nobodies, and it's because they're not building their legacy and they're not doing anything to build their legacy today. I understand that many people are just going around shopping. I understand they love shopping, don't they? I realize they love shopping so much that they want to go and wear one of those coronavirus masks. And now I have nothing against the coronavirus mask because I wear it when I need to, but I understand it's not because they told me to. I understand when they tell you, you must wear a mask, I must never do what you say. I mean, do you understand? But I choose to wear the mask because it's fun. I realize it's fun. I don't make myself wear anything that you told me to. I just wear it because I want to and not because you want me to. You're not telling me what to do, man. You're not telling me what to do, this government. I understand this government's trying to tell you what to do, but don't do what they want you to do. I mean, don't do what they want you to do. I mean, they say go work 9 to 5. I mean, don't do it because that's not what you want to do. Or as they say, go kill yourself. I mean, do you do that? Because that's what they're saying to many people, to go work the 9 to 5. Or else that's the same as saying, go jump off a bridge. I mean, do you understand? So realize that the 9 to 5 is not the way. But what the way is, or else, is making sure you build the knowledge and give the knowledge first. Because if you're in a 9 to 5, it's much more difficult to do so. I have no 9 to 5 job, so I come here and just pour that information into you very quickly because I understand time is not on my side. I understand time is not on my side, so I have to make sure when it's on my side, I give more now because I have to make sure that everything's working for me right now. I have time, I have plenty of time, but understand either way, I must race against time anyway. I must be racing against time to make sure that I succeed more and more and more throughout life because that's racing against time to make sure I succeed faster than you. Or else if you're not succeeding faster, or else time is never on your side. Or else if you're succeeding faster, or else time will at least be better on your side than those people who are not growing. I understand though that I'm living a long life and life is not short. I understand that when I see people in a pub and they're drinking a bar, they're drinking at the bar and drinking alcohol and they're sitting with people who don't love them. I mean, how sad. I mean, understand that I'm never sad for them. I'm happy for them. I'm happy that they have a stupid life. I'm happy that they have a sad life. I'm happy that they are losing in life. I'm happy that you're losing. I'm happy. I have to be happy. I'm happy that you guys are losing today because guess what? I have to be happy first. I never show you sympathy. I'll lift you. I'll give you 600 hours of video content so that you can inspire your life and so that you can go and walk faster and do faster. But I won't show you sympathy. I won't feel sorry for you. I'll never feel sorry for you because I understand that I don't need to show you sympathy. I need to lift you right now. I'm happy that you're losing today. I'm happy that the coronavirus is doing this to us. I'm happy about it because I'm winning. I'm winning today. I'm winning in my legacy while the coronavirus is happening. I'm winning. I'm winning. I don't care about you. I care to grow you though. I care to make sure that you have 600 hours of video content so that you can grow as well. But I'm happier anyway. Regardless of the nice, beautiful coronavirus, I love the coronavirus. I love it. I'm still winning. I'm standing tall today. I'm standing tall even though with the coronavirus because that doesn't stop me. I mean, it doesn't stop me from coming and performing here. I mean, that what stops me is I only. Fortunately, nothing else can stop me from winning. I mean, do you understand? So I don't care what goes on around the world. I'm happy that people are losing. I'm happy that people are getting killed. I'm happy all the time. I'm happy. I'm happy that they are promoting negativity in the world. I'm happy that people want to slice people and that people want to kill people. I'm happy about that. But you have to be happy first. You have to be happy about everything. You have to. You have to be happy. You cannot be sad about it. You have to be happy. So never let the outside world determine if you're happy or not. I mean, make sure you're always happy about what's going on. I mean, 50,000 cases of the coronavirus. I'm happy about that. I mean, 50,000 people killed in Zimbabwe. I'm happy about that. I'm happy. I'm happy about people getting killed. I'm happy because I understand my happiness is much more than them. I'm happy when they say that a bomb went off in Sydney. I'm happy about that. I'm happy that the people are wearing a coronavirus In terms of, I'm happy that the people are wearing all the corona masks in life. I love that. I'm happy about that. I'm happy. I'm not sad about the coronavirus pandemic. I'm happy about the coronavirus pandemic. Because you have to be happy first if you want to live a greater life. I promise you, I'm not sad about anything. I'm not sympathy. I'm not crying in my life about anything. I mean, do you understand? I mean, either way, what's important is make sure you're laughing with people. And when you're laughing at people, although that's because you're crying so much. I mean, do you understand? I never need you to cry. I need you to love yourself. I understand when you love yourself, you come and grab my business card if you're worthy. I promise you, if you're worthy of me, you'll come and grab my business card. But if you're not worthy, I mean, just walk away. I mean, either way, what's important is make sure that you're lifting people. I mean, make sure you're building a legacy with each other. I mean, do you understand? Because if you're not building a legacy with each other, I mean, why are you wasting time? I understand I want to be remembered for my life in terms of my eye. In 1 million years' time, I want people to say Danny Milivojevic is someone, or else Danny Milivojevic is somebody in the 21st century who's teaching millions of people while everybody else is going to the shops in Pitt Street. I mean, do you understand? I mean, that's so important, isn't it? I'm pretty sure what's important is make sure you have a greater lifestyle and every single day come and perform, because I love to perform on the street. I love this public speaking gig because it's a TED Talk, isn't it? Otherwise, it's better than a TED Talk. I understand they never invite a TED Talk like this. I mean, come on. I mean, this is better than a TED Talk. I mean, either way, what's amazing is make sure you understand, I don't care about you people. I don't care about your opportunity. I give my own opportunity. I make multi-millions of dollars in this year. I make multi-millions of dollars in my lifetime without you and without your promotion. I mean, do you understand? I don't need your promotion at all. I don't care. I mean, if you billionaires out there are watching me, and if you're a millionaire watching me, and you have millions of people watching you, I don't need your promotion. I'll make multi-millions without you, and I have real estate game, baby. I have real estate game, and I'll get the real estate, baby, and I'll make sure I'll go around the world without your freaking promotion. I mean, do you understand? I don't need your promotion, man. I'll go get real estate, I'll work as a social worker, I'll do whatever I need to do, but I am a greater legacy. I mean, the only work that I actually may do in a 9 to 5 is a social worker and a youth worker in the mental health departments. I mean, that's the only actual job that I'll actually get in a 9 to 5. I mean, anything more than that is a psychology. I mean, I'd rather go get the psychology, but no, I'd rather never do that. Because I understand the 6 years of mastery work. I mean, you have to go 6 years to school, and you have to be 100 grand in debt to be a psychologist. I mean, wow, I'm a psychologist right now, and I never have to go to the stupid university to be a psychologist and life coach. I'm a life coach. I mean, our life coach is a psychologist. I mean, anybody who has a reason in life is a psychologist. I mean, do you have reason? I mean, do you have a thought? I mean, do you have yourself today? You're a psychologist. I have everything. I have everything in life. I mean, as long as I'm living this life, I'm a psychiatry, I'm a doctor, I'm everything. I'm privileging myself all the time. I don't need a stupid qualification to tell me what I am. I mean, do you understand? I mean, they're just made up laws that the government says you must go 5 years to school to become a police officer. I mean, big deal. I mean, a stupid police officer will never be famous. I mean, do you understand? I mean, anything that's short-term jobs is 9 to 5 jobs. I promise you, if I ever go into a 9 to 5 job, I understand it's really for 5 years only. I already planned it in terms of my life, in terms of I say, if I ever have to work a 9 to 5 job, I'll just work there for 5 years and get real estate and just get out of the 9 to 5 job altogether. I understand that it's not long-term. I never need a 9 to 5 job. I already have money, I have everything. I understand it's really that you understand that what's important is make a great legacy for yourself either way, because I understand that who's worthy of me is somebody that comes toward me and not toward other people. I promise you that what's amazing every single day is that when you're interesting, you'll find I interesting today. I understand that when I go and grow up every single day, I want to be a star. I want to be famous. I mean, isn't that beautiful? I promise you that's much better than wanting to be a police officer. I promise you I said that back then. I want to be a police officer. I never want to be a police officer. I'm already a police officer already. I'm police officering everybody today. I'm giving you laws, I'm giving you privileges, I'm giving you information, I'm giving you Jesus Christ. Because I promise you that's what a police officer does. I promise you they inform you about everything. I'm a messenger of God. I mean, do you understand? So when I grow up, I'm just making sure I want to be more like Jesus Christ. I promise you, either way, you must understand that what's important every single day is making sure that you have something much more to give. You must have something much more privileging for yourself. I promise you, when you're really becoming a star, you grab your business card right here. I promise you'll make you a star very quickly. But when you don't want to be a star, I understand you just walk away. I understand that what's amazing is every single day, you must understand to earn your life in a better way. And then that way you can actually top it up. You can actually become more. You can come on a nice, beautiful street performance. But many people ask me and say, street performance? How stupid to do a street performance in front of people. That's what stupid people say. Do you understand? Because they have no business. Do you understand? I have a business. I can sing, I can do anything in life. I understand that what's amazing is that when I public speak in the street and thousands of women look at me, that's better than one looking at me. I promise you, when thousands of women are looking at me, I have thousands of women looking at me, and you just have one woman looking at you. Do you understand? I have thousands of women looking at me all the time. Do you understand? I have millions of people looking at me, and you just have your wife looking at you, or your husband looking at you. You understand? What's better? Of course, millions of people looking at you is much better than just your wife and kids looking at you, or your husband and kids looking at you. You understand? I realize that's something happiness, or that's something of happiness quality. For actually, everybody who has happiness quality is one that actually works for it. You have to be working for the happiness in you every single day, and you have to be performing live. You have to be doing something live every single day. You have to go and perform yourself to greatness. I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for I only. I'm teaching you how to do it. I'm teaching you how to do it, but you have to follow. You have to follow. For those who don't want to follow a superstar, you'll never be a superstar then. I promise you, everybody can be a superstar. I promise you, but only the superstars who follow better superstars are the ones that can become a superstar. I have to follow Jesus Christ to become more like God. Do you understand what that is? If you all think you're so smart and you rather hang around with Lebanese people who love to do drugs, cuz, I understand Sydney, Australia and Smithfield and all that. I understand either way, punch bowl. I understand either way. I understand many Asians around Cabramatta. The drug, I understand they do a lot of drug. I understand straight away, Asian people. I understand also Serbian people, and every single nationality is doing drugs. I understand. I stay away from it. I stay away from drugs. I stay away from drug people. You understand? Because I understand that what's important is understand I respect myself. So if you don't respect me, you can come and shoot me right now. I'm not scared of you. I understand that what's important is understand I love to speak up. So if you want to shoot me for speaking up, come and do it right now. I'm not afraid. I understand that every single day I go and really speak it up. I speak it up because I understand I grew up around all nationalities. I respect everybody. But if you don't respect yourself and I say you're a stupid idiot for doing drugs and you want to kill me for that, you become even bigger stupid idiot. You understand? I promise you, that's how it is. I promise you, Jesus Christ will never kill you for anything. You understand? Or else I went to Cairns and some stupid idiot gets offended because I say that alcohol is very stupid to drink. Or else he sends 3 boys on me and 3 of them against 1. Do you understand? 3 want to cause me violence for stupid alcohol. Do you understand? So stay away from those pubs and nightclubs and all that because they're stupid people. Do you understand? Or else if you want to go to a nightclub, be a music producer at least and understand to go and really DJ the equipment in a nice, beautiful nightclub all around the world. For sure, that's even better. But I understand that my gateway now is more clearer because I have multi-millions of dollars in the long run. I already say it now. I'm a multi-millionaire in 72 years' time. Do you understand? In 72 years' time, and over the process of 72 years, I'm a multi-millionaire. I promise you. I promise you either way that what's amazing is I have 72 years to go of my life. And I'll be 100 years of age. And then I'll extend my life for another 10 years. And then I'll extend my life for another 10 years. And another 10 years. And I never die. I just pass away like Jesus Christ. I just pass away. I just fall asleep and I go into eternal life. And that's that. I'm not afraid to die. I understand that what's important is be in the spotlight today. But when you're in the spotlight every single day, you come and do your work. What's the time? What's the time, Mr. Wolf? The time is now to grow up. Stop being on the street. Stop being stupid in your life. Stop being a loser. Literally. Stop being a loser. Start growing up. Start following information. I give you 600 hours of information. Follow the information, baby, because the information is key. And if you're not inspirational about my beautiful communication skills, you'll never be inspirational then. I promise you, what's important is understand communication skills is very important today. I promise you that either way, understand that when you're really going and really doing something very important every single day, is make sure that you grow up every single day in a better human quality, because better human quality is a man or woman of value. And it doesn't matter if it's man first or woman first, I understand it's just put I first. I first all the time. I understand when I go and start my sentences with I ended it with I. I again. I understand either way, I'm always making sure I'm better than yesterday. I understand I still have 57 minutes until sunset to speak over here. I understand it's never too late. I understand that either way, that it's 7 o'clock, I understand it's 7 o'clock and there's another 1 hour to go. I understand either way, you must understand 7 p.m. I'm still doing my public speaking performance, and guess what? I realize I believe in something greater, because that's what I do every single day. I do a better quality of everything. I make sure every single day you have to understand the time is I. I am the time. I am every single time in the dictionary. I understand either way that when you're really pointing towards yourself more than toward other people, you find greatness. I promise you, when you say somebody else is more important than you will then do everything you can to make them succeed over you. And that's what my biological dad does. Promise you, he'd rather give me from $200 that he gets a fortnight, promise you, he'd rather give me $60 from that money so he doesn't have food for 2 days. I mean, do you understand? I realize now, if he gives it, I understand I receive it. I have to receive it. I understand I have to receive the money. I promise you, I don't ask for it though. I promise you, he just chooses to give it to me. I understand either way that what's important is receive the money and don't feel sympathy. I don't feel sympathy for him because he chooses to give me the money. I promise you, that's that. I promise you, if he doesn't choose it, I understand why. Because he lives on that amount. I mean, do you understand? I mean, go and understand. I don't want you to understand anything other than Jesus Christ today. I promise you, that man will help you grow every single day. I understand when I help grow you in Jesus Christ, I make sure every single day I do something greater. I do my nice, beautiful mega drive. I understand that's everything about Jesus Christ. I understand I really grow. I grow every single foundation I can, and I grow that communication skill every single day in different ways. I have different ways of communication. I have different ways of I have different ways of state of being. I have different ways of being in life. I understand that what's important is understand that if you're drinking coffee or Red Bulls or something like that, you have to understand that it's really destroying your sleep. But your sleep is very important. So when you stay away from the caffeine, you save $3.50 a day. I mean, do you understand? So calculate that over 72 years. I mean, what is your age today? I mean, if your age is 30 years of age and you get one coffee and it's $3.50 for the next 70 years, I mean, 365 days times 72. I mean, 365 days times 70, you're equal to 100, and then do it times 350. And you understand either way, that amount is absurd. I mean, do you understand? I mean, don't give your plastic money to coffee and anything that's really drugs and medication, because that's not going to help you. But information about the nice, beautiful pills and ecstasy and what's going around is beautiful. But information is what gets you into a higher state of consciousness. I understand when I go and really dwell in a better way, I make sure I'm always finishing up in a better way. So when I do that, I understand either way that I have so much time here to actually give a nice, beautiful performance every single day. I understand that every single day I do that, I go and perform a better mindset. I understand that many people are just walking away and they're not interested in they're not interested in terms of my nice, beautiful about information. I understand about information is what I give. I understand when I give information, I understand that when they're not inspiring, I understand that when you're not inspiring, I understand it's because you don't want information. I understand information is a commodity, and those who sell information are great. But I love what's going on because I understand many people walk away from me, especially, and they don't want to follow me, but they want to follow the coronavirus pandemic. I mean, do you understand? So realize that since they value the government more than my information, I understand either way that what's important is understand my information leads much better than the government's information. I understand either way, I will teach you far more than the government ever will. I mean, do you understand? I mean, what's important is understand that when people walk away from your information, they do not deserve it. I promise you, they do not deserve your information. So that's why they walk away. So when they're walking away from you, you must understand to grace God and keep going, because you'll be something much more than them in the long run. Because those who walk away from me never have a legacy. I promise you, they're not inspirational people. I mean, do you understand? Because I am working for Legacy, but they are working for the coronavirus. I mean, they love coronavirus. I mean, I love Legacy. I love to work for my Legacy. I'm not wearing a coronavirus mask. I don't need a coronavirus mask. Otherwise, what I need every single day is a better life. I need to make sure I go and really dwell upon a better life every single day, because when I do that, I go and find the information every single day. I make sure every single day that when somebody's really trying to intimidate me, I speak over them. I speak over them. I speak very fast to see exactly what they're saying and what they're doing and how they're really feeling in the moment and how slow they are, because communication can really tell everything. I can see exactly who you are by how you walk and how you dress and what your hair color is and what your color of skin is and what you are today. I can exactly see it. I can exactly see how interesting you are right now. I can exactly see how inspired you are by me as well. I can see it straight away. I understand that anybody who doesn't walk my way is never inspirational. I promise you. I promise you. Either way, that what's important is every single day I go and follow a better crowd. I follow a better city. I follow something that's better. Because I understand that what's amazing is anything that's equality and equalness in life is love for everybody more. I promise you, when you love everybody more, you find a privilege, you'll find something to do, you find a better way. I promise you, a better way is the only way. I promise you, there's nothing better than living life fully. I understand here in Pitt Street Mall, I have a nice beautiful bridge. I understand that bridge is somewhere I can stand while it's raining, baby. I understand over here, I can actually stand over here and I can do my nice beautiful public speaking performance right there. I understand either way, that's amazing, because over here, I understand that you guys have to cover this up over here so that I can come here every single day and do my nice beautiful street performance regardless of the nice beautiful rain. I mean, do you understand? Because either way, I realize that I get myself a nice beautiful raincoat and I get myself an umbrella and I come here anyway and I stand here in the rain, baby. I understand that's amazing. Is when you're doing your work regardless of the time, and guess what? I'm doing my work anyway. I understand when I do my work anyway, I make sure every single day following the laws of the state and whatever's going on, which is Jesus Christ. I follow Jesus Christ more than I follow humanity and who's alive today. I follow ones who are dead. I mean, now, understand, Jesus Christ is never dead. I mean, Jesus Christ is invisible. I follow invisible people. I follow information. I follow something that's images. And anything that's an image is imagination. I follow imagination. And anything that's imagination is also information. And information is reality. Information is reality, but imagination comes from where? It comes from the information. Now, information comes from imagination. It's a yin-yang. I understand either way that the opposite of information is the imagination. I mean, do you understand? So imagination is also reality. I mean, do you understand? So reality is information. And information is imagination. And information is reality. And reality is information. I understand reality is also imagination. And imagination is reality. You must be able to connect all these words together so that you can become a better public speaker, because that's what public speakers do. But I understand that when I go every single day, I try to at least connect 30 words together. Every single day. I mean, every single day, I mean, that's a lot of dictionary. So either way, go and label all these words in I, and understand that no matter what, that when you're learning every single word in a dictionary, I realize there's only one that you must know, and that's the letter I, and that's it. I mean, don't know any other word. I don't know any other word except I. I mean, that's why I'm so smart. I'm so confident, because my first word is I. I understand when I go and speak in a different way, I find new abbreviation techniques, I find a new state of mind, I find a new address, I find new people, I promote my business card, I make sure every single day I go and grow up every single day, I do my best to promote my thy name. I understand when I promote my thy name, which is I name, I understand I go and really dwell upon the better way. I make sure I understand that there's only 2 people here and there's a couple of people over here. I understand there's a few people and several people. I understand either way that what's amazing is I'm still loving my life, aren't I? I'm still doing my work, with or without you, man. I mean, you're going to walk away, but I'm still doing my work. I'm hustling over here. I'll be greater than you in 10 years' time. I'll be greater than everybody in 7 years' time. Because I understand this, that when I grow up, I want to be a star. I understand I want to be a star every single moment of my life. I understand. Thank you very much. I mean, come and grab my business card as well. I mean, come and grab it. I mean, come. I mean, come and check out my beautiful YouTube account. I thank you very much, boss. I thank you. I mean, sometimes you have to tell people to come and grab your business card sometimes. I understand that's very important. I understand that when you go and really inspire people, I mean, just inspire them to come and grab at least one business card or something like that. I mean, do you understand? Because sometimes if you don't ask for them to come and grab your business cards, or else they just walk away. So understand either way that when somebody's hustling and showing you the thumbs up, or else you say, hey, come and grab my business card as well. I mean, do you understand? I realize that's how you sell people like that. You sell them for free. And did I say, give me plastic money? I didn't say, give me plastic money. I said, grab my business card. I'll give you 10 cents in that plastic money already. I'll give you 10 cents. I realize every business card I give is 10 cents. I invest 10 cents in you right now if you grab my business card. I invest 600 hours of information into you right now. I promise you just have to be more interesting in your life before you even come to my information. I mean, before you even get to my information, you have to be very interesting about yourself. I promise you, only the interesting people are going to grab my nice, beautiful business card. I promise you that what's amazing is every single day I'm very fast about my communication. I'm very fast about my flexibility and what I do daily. I understand that most people don't have a long-term game. I understand that they just want to go with the crowd. I understand this crowd over here. You must understand that no matter what, the most crowds will never have a legacy. I understand that what's amazing is understand that if you go with other people, or else they're not building a legacy for you. I understand that either way. I understand that every single time I build a legacy of greatness. I make sure every single day I have more to give. I understand when I give more, I understand I have more. I understand when I have more, I make sure I find the nice, beautiful necessity. There's the necessity that I need, which is excellence. I have excellence, which is I. I understand I go and label I everywhere. I understand that's amazing, isn't it? I love you. Because how else can you say it? You can only say, I love you. I mean, that's it. I mean, that's the only aspect of life that's very important. I understand that when you go and really dwell upon a better life, you'll find that most women will find their man very inspirational. But their man is nobody. I promise you, their man's a nobody. And their man will never ever have a legacy greater than mine. I mean, do you understand? But their man is something big. I mean, do you understand? Because they're always going into each other's beds. And they're doing it in bed. And that's why she says that he's so inspirational. I mean, do you understand? I mean, he bangs me every single day in the bed. I mean, big deal. I mean, Jesus Christ will never touch you. I mean, Jesus Christ will never bang you in bed. I mean, do you understand? I mean, it doesn't matter how attractive you are. I mean, Jesus Christ is more attractive than you. I mean, now what's amazing is just that. I mean, either way, that when I don't want to touch you either. I understand that either way, that what's amazing is when I don't want to touch you, I'm so much more attractive, aren't I? I understand that either way, that most people are just like that. I understand they just want to follow the crowd, or else they just want to call their man the man. I mean, do you understand? I mean, follow the ones that have a greater legacy. I mean, is your man making a legacy for themselves, or are they watching TV and playing FIFA? I mean, understand, I used to play FIFA, but that's because I was a lowlife, like your husband. I mean, do you understand? I mean, either way, you must understand that what's amazing is I'm not a lowlife like your boyfriend either. I'm not a lowlife. I understand that what's amazing is I grow people. I have so much to give. I have so much knowledge every single day. I give you so much love. I thank you. I mean, come. I'll give you my nice, beautiful business card. Okay? Come and grab my business card and find my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. I thank you. Very beautiful. I thank you. I understand that when I go and really inspire people to come and get my business card, I understand it's very beautiful. I understand you just have to be quick about it. You have to understand that people walk away. But go and promote yourself. Go and promote yourself. Go and promote your name every single day, because sometimes people are just unaware to even grab your Instagram or see Instagram because they're so busy in life. You must understand that what's important is understand that when I grow, I go and grow and I dwell in a better way. But when I do that, I'm not scared to be alone in terms of I understand it's really that I go and really understand that when you have two nice, beautiful public speaking microphones, you can also microphone somebody else, and you can put one on the side. You can separate the cables and understand either way that one of my microphones is now inside my trolley. And that way, I just go into my trolley, because that way I understand that it won't go and cause a nice, beautiful disruption of tangling my nice, beautiful cables, because I put one over there, and that nice, beautiful cable is going over there, and not with my beautiful cable over here. I understand either way, I separate the cables. If you want to do anything in life, you have to understand that you have to go and be smart about your work and be very smart about what you're doing every single day. I understand when you're doing that daily, you have to conform into yourself. And when you conform into yourself, you find some personal freedom and courage to go and do your work. I understand that you have work to do, and every single day you have work to do. Don't be the guy who's walking with a couple who's kissing, and you're not the one who has a woman because the other guy has a woman next to him, and you're walking with a couple who are loving each other in front of you. I mean, you just love to watch them, don't you? I mean, understand either way, you must stay away from those people who are couples. I mean, they're couples for a reason. I mean, they're helping each other, not you. I mean, she's kissing him. I mean, he is kissing her and not you. I mean, you understand? I mean, isn't that sad? I mean, what do you want to be around couples for? I mean, couples and couples going out on a dinner. I mean, wow. I see many of them. I see many of those couples. I mean, they get 5 couples and they go clubbing and they drink alcohol. And then they go to the hotel and bang all night. I mean, do you understand? And guess what? I realized, I mean, they trade girlfriends as well. I mean, how big is that? I mean, and then those women teach their daughters to do the same, to go and have orgies everywhere. I understand. I mean, that's very beautiful. But understand that what's amazing is that Jesus will never do that to his daughter. Now, imagine your daughter going around doing orgies everywhere. I understand it's not the way, but you are teaching your wife to do that. I understand that you teach your daughters as well to do that. It's probably because you don't care. I understand that I care. I understand that what's amazing is never ever teach people to go do some orgies. I mean, that's a destruction path. I understand that that's not what Jesus does. What Jesus does is make sure you understand to stay away from gratification and other people, because having orgies is not building your legacy either. What's amazing is understand that those couples who are going for a night out, they're finished already in terms of I understand that what a night out is for my life is something that's growing us, and that's that. I don't want to be going anywhere unless I'm growing. I don't care about nightclubs. I'd rather go for a night out, making sure that I teach my wife how to DJ along with me on stage, and that's that. While we are in front of a crowd, I'd rather do that because that's a night out for me. I realize I don't want my wife watching me on the dance floor. I want to teach my wife how to DJ just like so that we can go and DJ together on the stage. I promise you, that's amazing. And then what I do is I marry her in front of people on the stage and on the DJ deck. I promise you, that's amazing. I'll give you one of my business cards, sir. I understand that every single day I'm always doing a nice, beautiful information product, which is leadership and Jesus Christ and a lot of empathy. I thank you very much. I thank you.
Can we do a shout out? Your name is Suan.
I can do it.
His name is Suan. Suan.
I mean, come on.
To the mum, the mum's in Korea.
I mean, come on. You can do it, and then you can do a nice, beautiful shout out in front of people, and also I'll post a nice, beautiful link when you ask for it. You can do it.
Oh my god.
I can see from Sydney, Australia, this woman. You do it.
What's your name?
I'm Danny Milivojevic, so you guys can find me on YouTube, but go and shout out for your mother.
엄마 보고 싶어. 나 지금 시드니야. 잘 지내고 있지? 못 본 지 오래됐지만 아무튼 지금 길에서 스탠드업 코미디. See ya.
I say that's beautiful. And now, when I realize when I say it's for your mother, I realize it's really for you. I realize you have to understand, you never do it for other people, you do it for yourself. I realize if you want to love your mother, you don't love her because of her, you love her because of you. I realize I love you because of I don't love you because of you. I love you because I love to love you. I mean, that's something beautiful, isn't it? I realize when you love your kids because of you, not because of your kids. I mean, do you understand? I mean, that's how it is every single day. So every single day I'm always following something of Jesus Christ and making sure every single day I have something more to give. But understand, no matter what, every single day, just make sure that you're more inspirational. You have to be more inspirational. You have to be on the nice, beautiful street. You have to be promoting yourself. I mean, look at me. I mean, how many people over here? I mean, just several people, but I understand either way that I'm always promoting myself and living life to the fullest. I promise that's amazing. And you also have to be doing this because there's no other woman in Sydney right now that's public speaking on the street. So make sure you're the first one. I understand you're Asian, and I love Asian people. I love all nationalities, but be the first one. I mean, be the first woman on the street doing this nice, beautiful promotion. I thank you.
We'll give one more shout out.
You go for it.
My sister, Doha. Her name is Doha.
I see Dohan. You want me to do it? You want me to do it?
Yeah.
I understand.
Wait.
I see.
And who's talking out loud? Just, if she's feeling a little depressed,
I see.
just tell her anything.
I have no worries. I see Dohan.
Doha.
I'll do this. I can do this.
Doha.
I see Dohad.
D-O-H-A.
I see Dohad.
Doha.
I see Doha.
No, Doha.
I see Doha.
Very.
I see Doha.
Nobody say something in front of Doha.
I see Doha.
I said.
I see Doha. I see Doha. I understand either way, I'll just be promoting somebody. I understand that no matter what, I understand Doha, I understand you must make sure that when you're anything much more in life, you have to understand that it's much more greater, to understand that you must be much more impressed with yourself. You must be making sure that you're loving yourself and loving everybody around you. You must be lifting all the time. I understand Doha, you can find me on Nice Beautiful YouTube, and you can find me at Danny Milivojevic. I understand that these nice beautiful people who are actually recording this right now have a nice beautiful way to understand that they are around a public speaker who's going to make it, and I'll make you make it in a better way. So understand, I'll teach you everything. I'll teach you a nice beautiful informational based way to understand that whatever nice beautiful problems you may have, I will solve them, and make sure you solve your problems all the time so you can be greatness.
Very loud.
I say Doha, I love you.
Louder.
I say Doha, I love you.
Louder.
I say Doha, I love you.
That's it.
I love you, Doha. I thank you very much. I approach you. I thank you. I thank you. I'll see you very soon. And anytime you want the video, I understand either way, you can find this video online. I understand either way. That what's amazing is I'm always promoting my name over here. I'm making sure I go and really grow thyself all the time. So every single day, I'll always have something more to give. So I have a YouTube channel. I have a Nice Beautiful Instagram. And I'm just here all the time, with or without people. I understand it's very important every single day. I thank you very much. I understand every single day I'm always lifting. So that's what I do. And sometimes when you need people to promote you on camera, you just say, no worries, but you start with the I. I understand that this gentleman over here didn't really hear what I was saying at first, because I had to say, I say Doha. I don't just say Doha. I understand what's important is I. I can say it's recording, so it's going on YouTube. I have to put... You can say whatever you want. You can say you can promote your Instagram, you can promote your YouTube account. You can say whatever you want on camera. I understand either way. I have to talk.
Oh, no.
I thank you very much.
Listen. Can we give out a big shout out to Fatty?
I give a big shout out to Fatty, and I love you. I thank you very much.
Tarek wants a pay rise.
I see Tara wants a pay rise, so make sure you understand what information is.
That's it.
I promise you.
Tell again what I want.
I promise you, information is the best commodity in the planet, and you must understand the pay rise is in the information.
I need a pay rise, man. Pitt Street Mall, I need a pay rise. Look, in the middle of the heart, Fatty. Sharmut, Pitt Street Mall, pay rise.
I can say thank you very much. So thank you. And any questions you have, I can also solve any questions you may have about entrepreneurship or leadership. I love to always speak and have a nice, beautiful conversation with people.
One more. This is a shout out to Riaz. Hey, Riaz.
I give a nice, beautiful shout out to nice, beautiful Riaz. You can find me on YouTube at Danny Milivojevic, and I love you very much.
Riaz, we're just at Pitt Street Mall in the city, in the heart of the city. Look, we're going to say that Riaz is the best person in the world, and everyone's watching us. Riaz, look, we've got a crowd right here, and we're going to say that a big shout out to India.
I can say a big shout out to India. I love you all, and I love Mahatma Gandhi.
That's it, mate.
I thank you very much, boss. I'll see you very soon. And make sure you check out. Thank you. I realize that what's important is make sure every single day you're going and really, really discovering yourself. I understand it's very important every single day to go and find a better way. I thank you. I understand that what's amazing is make sure that when you're really, really loving life, make sure you go into your disciplines every single day and make sure you stick to them, and make sure you understand that either way, that when you make a mistake, just make sure that when you touch other people, you touch them like how Jesus does that. And how does Jesus touch other people? Well, Jesus gets down on his knees and washes your feet, just like the disciples. So understand to just be very nice about touching and not something that's hitting people. Understand that's the best teaching of how to touch each other. And it's really understand that it's not slapping people and making people red marks or anything like that. Do you understand? So realize you must understand to be appropriate and have the best life for yourself, but make sure you understand that when people want you to shout out people, just say I first. I shout out this person. I love this person. I understand that I love India. I promote India. Just make sure that you understand that it's I first. You don't say, hi, India. You say, I promote you Indians. Do you understand? So I is very important. So every single day you're going and promoting yourself on the street, you have to understand you have to be promoting everybody, and that way you're going to go and really, really find the foundation every single day to really live your life to the greatest ability. And then once you do that, I understand that this gentleman over here somewhere, I understand the gentleman made sure to say to me that I talk too much. I understand I have to talk too much because Jesus also talks too much, and I understand that way I'm learning from Jesus because he talks too much, and that way I understand I have to also talk too much. I understand that this gentleman over here has to also talk too much, but understand that he doesn't like me. I realize he doesn't like me because I talk too much. I understand when somebody's first word is you talk too much, I understand either way that no matter what, I understand he's really, let's say he's showing me some love, but I understand either way that when I go and grow up much more, I'll find a better way to go and do something that's very important. I understand that either way, I understand that it's really that I go and really grow. I understand when I grow, I do my work. I do my work every single day, so I make sure that everything in my life is beautiful. I understand now, my nice beautiful voice, I mean, it sounds amazing. I mean, it sounds amazing, so beautiful, or so beautiful is my voice. Because I can actually see and hear my voice through the nice beautiful speaker over here, and it sounds beautiful, doesn't it? I realize every single day, I make sure that I go and really understand that once I go in front of this nice beautiful speaker over here, I realize it doesn't, let's say, kill my ears. I understand this nice beautiful speaker over here is a surround system, so when I play my music, I realize it's at max volume, but it doesn't sound loud. I realize it doesn't sound loud, and why is that? Because the sound is going left and right and center, and it's going everywhere. But my nice beautiful old speaker that I had, which is a 40-watt speaker, I realized it just had a nice beautiful middle range, and that middle range pumps just the middle range. I realized it just goes the sound into the middle, and it sounds so loud if you go next to it, because it's only one way. But this one, in terms of my life, in terms of the speakers that you get, you make sure that you get yourself a left surround system that goes all the way to the right. So when you pump a loud track, in terms of a loud music track, that it's pumping with a big subs, but it's making sure that it's going that way, and that way, and that way, in all ways. Because that way, it may sound loud and full blast, and even louder than my speaker that I had before, because I understand this one, it has 160 watts, but the other one has 40 watts. And now the difference is that with the 40-watt speaker, that is only going straight and down the middle with the sound, or else now when you go and put your nice beautiful ears close in terms of 1 meter from that speaker, you understand that it hurts your ears. So understand that you don't blow your nice beautiful eardrums every single day. Just make sure that when you go to a festival, that you don't go listening to the sound of the nice beautiful music right next to where don't listen to the music right next to the speaker that's actually blowing the sound, because you'll pop your eardrum. I promise you, it's happened to many people in terms of I understand that you must understand that when people go very close to sound and music that's very loud, you can blow your eardrums. I realize you make sure that you can also understand you can put those nice beautiful ear paddings, and you can also block your ears from the music itself, so that when you go to loud systems or loud sounds somewhere in a music festival or something, that at least you'll be safer long term to make sure that your eardrums are not being blown off. I mean, understand that my grandfather has one of those ear thingies, because understand that he may have, understand either way that he wants to be able to hear. So understand that it's because he goes through loud sounding systems. But understand either way that most people get confused upon hearing. So understand when you're hearing my word, I realize when you're hearing my words, in terms of when you're hearing my words right now, you must understand that you may not be able to hear me in terms of what I say, in terms of my words, but hear the vocals. Hear my 38% of the communication, which is the sounds. That's really 38% of the communication, which is just the sounds, and the words are just 7%. But then look at the nice beautiful image right here that I have, and that's 55% of the language, which is the body language of this video, which is the imagination. It's 55%. So that's what I watch only on Nice Beautiful Instagram. And when I go on Nice Beautiful, I understand when I go into a Nice Beautiful video in Instagram, I just watch all the images, and I just watch 55% of the communication in that, because that's a pass and that's a test. I promise you now, when I watch 1 billion films in terms of just information, I realize that's all I ever need to be able to read Netflix films. And now, either way, information in terms of my voice is really the vocal, in terms of not the words, but the actual sound that I'm producing is a motivational tone, and it's something that you have to learn in terms of communication and how to speak. So when you're speaking all the time, you understand every single day you must be much greater in your communication. But then the words is something you also have to pick up, but understand that the 93% of the communication is just the image and my tones. And understand either way that what's important is understand that you must be listening throughout the whole section. So understand that you go and put yourself in a nice, beautiful situation where you can actually learn and grow. And then when you learn and grow, you actually be somebody who's actually much more. I understand when I see dirty people, I understand either way that what's amazing is you lift everybody up. You must be lifting people up. You must be understanding that when you go and grow every single day, that you'll go and realize that when somebody deaf stares at you, you also understand how to lift. Understand when you lift, you go and find a beautiful schedule for yourself. You understand that there's always something better than a 9-to-5 job. I understand that no matter what, I never have to wear these coronavirus masks in my life. I understand it feels so good. I understand when I go and really, really dwell upon a better life, I understand that when I really, really lift people, I understand that's the best. I understand it's the best when I inspiration over here. I have a nice, beautiful legacy over here. I understand I have something really good to say. I understand I wish you guys a happy new year as well. I understand that what's amazing every single day is make sure you have a great attitude and make sure that you're much better than those people in a 9-to-5 job. I mean, do you understand? Because you need to have a great legacy. I'm pretty sure great legacy is everything. I'm pretty sure all those people who have a nice, beautiful legacy in daily life are the ones who hold power. You have to understand, you have to have power in your life. I promise you, when you have power, and you have so much power, such as your communication skills, you have to be able to grow it. I understand that either way, that what's amazing is make sure every single day you make people worth it. I promise you, when you make people worth it, you have so much power about your life, and you make sure you're lifting people, and you make sure you go around people with your communication, and then you can say anything to their face. And then when you say anything to their face, I realize actually that it makes you feel actually very good. Because when you see police officers, or something like that, just say that you never have to wear a coronavirus mask in front of them and all this, and just make sure you go around them. Because understand either way that what's amazing is I see a lot of dirty police officers today, and they just want to throw you in jail like Lil Wayne. I understand that Lil Wayne, for example, I realize that Jesus Christ will never throw Lil Wayne into jail, because Jesus Christ understands that Lil Wayne never killed anybody in terms of I understand that what's important is understand I love Jesus Christ more than anything. I understand I love everything. But I understand that what's amazing is understand that no matter what, that you realize that many people are also negative and they're also positive. So that's the amazing part. But understand that what's even better than that is I'm not negative. I'm just making sure every single day you understand that no matter what, that when I go and really, really dwell upon Lil Wayne and I speak about him, I understand it's really that you understand that many police officers today will actually just put you in jail for 10 years because you're carrying a gun with you. I promise you, just because you're carrying a gun, I realize that's a nice, beautiful way to say that it's a made-up law that you cannot carry a gun. You can carry anything you want. Do you understand? But then they face consequences. I realize those who carry guns face consequences. I realize it's the same as using drugs, for example. So when you're going and doing illegal matters that is against the law in terms of the police law, I realize that's made up laws. I realize that's not Jesus Christ laws. I realize anything that's carrying a drug around them, I realize either way, you must understand that just because they're carrying a drug doesn't mean that they're going to kill people unless they actually do it. Do you understand? So they placed nice, I understand that they also just understand when I say something, I understand I go and really, really retaliate in a way that when they put beautiful Lil Wayne inside when they put him in the prison cell, you must understand that I'm very beautiful. I understand when I speak up like this, I understand they placed an innocent man who did not kill anybody in terms of I understand either way, I understand that when I go and speak up, I understand I speak up in terms of life where people who are going to prison are placed in prison because of something they did that's the police law. I understand either way that it's a made-up law, and you must understand that no matter what, that when you're really speaking up about this, I promise you it's something that really, really needs to come out. I understand that when I go and do that, I understand it's really that you understand that when you're innocent and somebody puts you in prison for 10 years because you're just carrying, let's say, a water bottle. I understand that, and the police says, this is against the law. You're just carrying around though. You're just carrying around, but they put you in 10 years, or they put you in 10 years in prison because they believe that a water bottle can never kill anybody. I promise you now, a water bottle can kill a baby. A little water bottle, I can put it into a baby's mouth and I can kill it. I can drown a little baby with my water bottle. I promise you now, why isn't a water bottle illegal? Why? Because I can kill a little baby with I can kill a little baby with this. I can kill a little baby with this. Understand either way that Lil Wayne was put in jail because of a gun that he holds. And now the gun can kill people, but so can my business card. So can my business card. I can put that business card in your mouth and I can pull it into your throat and you'll never be able to breathe. So what's really illegal in life? I'm pretty sure there's nothing illegal, but they're just making up laws, aren't they? Pretty sure they're just making up laws. So when you're carrying a gun, or else they put you in jail for 10 years, but they don't put you in jail for wearing and carrying a jumper, because I can strangle somebody with a jumper. I mean, do you understand how stupid the police are? I mean, either way, I'm pretty sure that's the politics and they're all stupid. I mean, do you understand? So either way, you must understand that is what Lil Wayne right now is doing, and he's in jail for 10 years because understand that he's going to jail in 1 month. But understand, I care about him, I care about people, because I understand, because I understand that no matter what, that anything can be used as an illegal weapon today. I can use my trolley to bash somebody. I mean, why isn't a trolley illegal? I mean, why isn't my microphone illegal? I can bang anybody with this nice beautiful microphone, but understand, because why? Or else because they're jealous of Lil Wayne. Or else they're dirty cops. I mean, do you understand? So either way, you must understand that when you realize something, that the police even wants to put me in jail, when I go to the police and say, hey, this man attacked me. I understand. Then what they want to do is they want me to write a statement complaining about this man, so that they understand that when I go and really absorb that information that's in the image, or else they're going to look at the image and they're going to look at the words. And then what they're going to do is they're going to type on the nice beautiful system of the computers, and then once they type in the system of the computers, or else what happens is they mix up the words, and when they mix up the words and make you sign it, or else they'll put you in prison and not the other man or woman. I mean, do you understand? I mean, understand that if you go complaining that other people hit you, I mean, understand that Jesus Christ never complains about it. So why do you have to complain about it? I understand that what's amazing is a fact is Jesus Christ. I understand every single day, you guys have to come and check out my business card. You guys have to get one. I mean, have a photo for yourself. I mean, do a photo if you want. I mean, either way, I'll give you this. I understand that what's important, I have a nice beautiful YouTube channel every single day. I teach people communication skills, and also ask me a question over here. I mean, come and have a nice beautiful entrepreneurship leadership moment with me. I mean, come and do it. You guys can come and have a nice beautiful talk with me. I mean, what kind of questions do you want me to solve? I mean, how young are you today, and what is your life about? And come and show yourself into the world. I mean, what question do you have? I mean, what do you want me to solve for you? I mean, when you see me, I mean, what questions may have arisen for you? I mean, any kind of maybe problem you may have in your life. I mean, maybe you have a writing ability or something that you want, let's say in business, you want to make money, or, I mean, what kind of idea do you want from me? I mean, what kind of life guides or information do you want from me? I say, I don't know. So realize either way that what's important is understand that when I'm here, I'm actually here because I want to inspire somebody. And why are you living life? Why are you living life?
Because bitches and everything.
I understand now, when I say bitches, you mean woman, or who do you mean?
I mean women.
I mean, he means men. I mean, you mean women and not men. I understand either way that when you are really lifting people, I have nothing against you. I understand that what's important is when you are loving somebody, what do you do?
Look after them, take care of them.
How do you do that?
By showing them love.
How do you show them love?
I don't know.
You can hold the microphone like this.
Like that.
You put it like this, and that, or else, because I understand that years ago, in terms of just weeks ago, I was going like this with my nice beautiful microphone, and a blister came over here and it really hurt me. So I blocked my nice beautiful way of speaking on the microphone with my nice beautiful finger, and I never have to touch the microphone head with my lips anymore. That's the way to speak on the microphone. So when you're singing rap music, you go like this, bro. I mean, you don't hold the microphone like this. I mean, it looks stupid. I mean, when you're singing rap, you go like this, bro. I mean, either way, can you rap? Are you able to rap? You can rap? You can rap something for me on the video. You can go for it. I actually need a rapper. I'm a music producer, so if you want to do some business with me, I can actually get your Instagram. I understand either way, I can put you in my nice, beautiful music production. I'm a music producer, I rap as well, but I need to be able to have you on my nice, beautiful music production as well, so you have to understand I'll contact you, but make sure you contact me so I can find your Instagram and just follow me or something so I can contact you about making sure your voice comes into my nice, beautiful music. I want to promote you. I mean, go ahead and rap. I don't know. You can rap whatever. I mean, can you freestyle? I mean, what can you do? You can do whatever. You can try. You go for it. You can say your Instagram and everything. You can go and really do it. You can do it, man. I understand either way, you can do something. You can do something. You can do something on the microphone with rapping. You can do something on the microphone with rapping. You can go for it. I have no worries. I have no worries. Well, I understand either way. I make sure either way that you realize something. You must be more inspirational in your life. You must have more in your life. You must be more of a leader. You must start doing these nice, beautiful programs. I understand you have a beautiful heart. I understand. How young are you? You're 15. I mean, you're young, man. I understand either way. You have double age to get to my level. I understand either way. You must start doing this. You must start doing some street performance today. You must be hustling. I mean, every day I'm hustling. Either way, I understand I'm always hustling something, so I have to understand that when you want to be somebody, go look at Tupac, for example, and how he raps, and Biggie E, and all these people, and just go and really learn from them, and learn from people like Michael Jackson and how they sing. So either way, just be learning all the time, and just make sure you're feeding your mindset with nice, beautiful knowledge. So understand I'll be your mentor for the next 72 years. You can always follow me. Check out what I'm doing on my Instagram. Check out how I promote myself and what I do on the street. I understand you have to be able to do this. So when you get yourself a nice, beautiful rapping gear, make sure you get yourself a public speaking microphone like this. Brush, it's very beautiful, because when you put your voice, go and talk, and you'll find out a nice, beautiful voice of your actual voice. So when you put it like this, come and check it out. Your speaker here.
Hello?
You can talk on the microphone, and come and listen to yourself talk. It's so beautiful. Just be careful. I apologize. Just be careful, because you have to watch out for the microphone. Because if it goes into the front of the speaker, then it makes that sound, so you pull back. You pull back with the microphone, and that's why. So you speak from there, and you can actually listen to your voice.
Hello?
Do you see it? You have a beautiful voice. That's how it is. So no matter what, I realize every single day I apologize for touching you. I understand that I just want to protect my nice, beautiful portable speaker. I don't want to hurt you all, though. I understand that what's amazing is every single day you're doing something inspirational. Just make sure you take care of each other every single day, and that's the whole point. I understand. Just make sure that you have something much more of a parade going in your life. You're making sure you're much more of a leader. You're making sure every single day you're going to do something special. I understand. That's all I do. I just make sure I do that. I make sure every single day I'm doing my nice, beautiful YouTube channel. I promise you, this is going on YouTube because I have to promote this to billions of people. So either way, you're safe with me. I understand either way that I don't mean to offend you or anything like that. I just make sure everything around me is always lifting. So when I lift people, I love to communicate. So anytime you see me doing public speaking, come and say hi, and that way I'll say hello and do some nice, beautiful questions with you or something like that. I understand I always have a question, so make sure you have those questions coming up every single day. I'm always making sure I'm asking more questions. I'm making sure I have a more beautiful attitude than yesterday. I have to make sure I'm in front of people and always producing much more content. I have to be promoting myself. So you copy this and do something that you love to do, and make sure it's your own content, and that way you're going to be original. Or else when you're original, you'll be unique, you'll be doing something that's really, let's say, profound for you. You'll be making sure you have a mindset of gratitude, and make sure you're always reading those books. You have to be reading books, you have to be listening to my beautiful content, because I'll also travel you and make you help yourself to realize everything that's going around the world and what's going on with the coronavirus and everything in terms of the pandemic today. I understand when I really go and rap and do anything, I also have nice, beautiful music in my nice, beautiful Instagram. So I'm always promoting myself, but I understand either way that your friend has to go. So either way, you guys have to go. I understand that no matter what, I'll see you guys very soon. I thank you very much. I thank you. I understand that either way, that what's amazing is make sure that you're always much more than yesterday. You're making sure that you're promoting yourself. You're making sure that you're really loving yourself every single day. And just realize that's all you have to do. I realize that when you go and really understand how to really hit life back in a way that you're growing life and not causing violence, I realize that's the whole point. I realize the whole point is making sure that you're going and really delivering quality. I understand when you deliver quality, I understand that's the whole point. You have to understand. Thank you very much. I understand that every single day I just make sure I come here on the street and I do a public speaking event every single day. I understand that's so important. I understand either way that sometimes people look at you while you're speaking or as they walk away. So realize either way you just keep speaking nicely and nice will get you there. I promise you, anything that's nice in life is something that's really promotional. So understand that no matter what time it is in life, you have to be promoting yourself. You have to be promoting yourself online. You have to be promoting yourself online now more than ever. I understand now, no matter what, I understand when I offer opportunities and somebody doesn't really, let's say, own up to it, that they are a rapper or that they can do something on the microphone, I understand that no matter what, I realize I just make sure I give opportunities. So realize that no matter what, that what's important every single day is realize that everything can be replayed in terms of your life. I understand that when you replay your life, you will also be self-reflecting. But understand to give people opportunities, and if they don't measure up to an opportunity that you give them, I mean, just give them another chance. But realize you just go do your life. I realize when you go do your life every single day, I realize that's the whole point. I realize that you give another opportunity to people to go and rap in your video or something like that, because it makes them feel that somebody loves them. So understand that when I said to that beautiful kid that, hey, I want you to go and rap something at least, or something, because I understand that he has no questions to ask. So either way, I mean, come and show me something on a microphone. So either way, I understand that he, let's say, doesn't know. I understand that's excellent. I understand that when you don't know what to do, I understand you just listen. I mean, just learn from people then. I mean, do you understand? I mean, are you able to learn? I mean, if you have nothing to say, I mean, go and learn something from Jesus Christ then. I mean, just listen to somebody else then. I mean, do you understand? Because if you have no ability to stand up in front of a microphone and do something very special for yourself, I mean, then just listen to the ones that are doing something for themselves on a microphone, and then you'll learn that kind of style of communication, and then you'll pick up on that, and then you'll go do it yourself. Because those who are journaling every single day and doing something that's very important for themselves every single day are the ones that are very important. So doing it on the microphone every single day is going to help you to move forward. I realize that when you're moving forward, you're really understanding that no matter what happens, you're going to give the best version of yourself, and you're going to inspire people. So never deadlift people. I understand I never deadlift people. I never call anybody very, let's say, anything that's nonsense in terms of life. I understand that when I go and really say something about people that's nonsense, I understand it's really that I say that it's really the truth. I only speak truth. I don't speak nonsense. I don't speak anything other than common sense every day. I see every say in terms of every day. I also see alizé. I understand alizé is something I stay away from, which is like vodka with some blue lime or something. I understand either way. What's amazing is I stay away from alcohol. So when they go to the bar, I understand they get 1 tequila shot and it's $12. I understand either way, though, what's amazing is when you go and really stay away from the bars and stay away from all the alcohol and drugs, because they take away your plastic money. And understand that people today are actually working for plastic money, and the average, let's say, income of people making money today in Australia is around 70 grand. I mean, that's the average. I mean, understand, and now anybody who's making around you have to understand the average per rate in terms of per hour is around $25 per hour. You have to understand that what's amazing is understand that you never go working for the money, but go working for something greater than money. I mean, work for your attitude. I mean, have a better attitude for yourself and make sure you have a greater persona every single day, because a greater persona is something that really helps you to really dwell upon something that you love. I realize when you love something so much in your life and you love to do everything in your life on your own, you'll find out why you can be greatness. I understand I have to do this on my own, so there's no millionaires helping me. I realize there's no billionaires helping me right now, except I'm only helping I today. So when I help myself every single day to do something very great, I go and really perform regardless of people around me. I understand that I care about people. I just don't need them around me to do my work. I understand I go do my work anyway, because I have an audience online. I have a certain requirement that I have to record myself as I do my nice beautiful public speaking program, because when I do it, I go and post it up online, and then you get to read it, and then you get to benefit from it because you're my audience, and I make sure I provide the best idea. So these ideas that I'm giving you in this video is something that you have to do. You have to promote other people who come on the microphone with you. And guess what? I realize that when other people want you to promote other people 5 times, I mean, just start with the I love you. I love this guy. I want you to come here. I want you to come and have an interview with me. And guess what? I mean, come and check out Danny Milivojevic's Instagram while you're at it. I mean, there's a sense to realize you go and say your name, which is not your real name, but understand to go and promote yourself as well. In the meantime, I mean, understand either way that those people that he's showing me to, in terms of that guy who wants me to promote India and they want me to promote all this, I mean, I'll promote everything. But understand that what's amazing is understand that when you promote anything that's really you, I probably should only promote yourself. I mean, if somebody wants me to say promote drugs, cuz, I promise you, when I promote drugs, I say I stay away from the drugs. I don't promote to do drugs. Or else if they say you must promote drugs in a way that you can do it, in terms of that you must do drugs. I understand I never must do drugs. You must never do drugs. I never promote anything that's negative. I promote everything in a positive way. So when I promote drugs in a positive way, I say, hey, stay away from drugs. I understand now, because I said the drugs word, I promote drugs, but I promote drugs in a way that you stay away from drugs. I mean, do you understand? So that's the amazing thing about it. But understand to never promote negativity. And now, when you're promoting negativity, you promote negativity in a way that is stay away from negativity. But don't be negative around the words that you speak. I mean, make sure that make sure that you're speaking really positive about your life and positive about all the words, because positive frame of mind will get you further than negativity ever will. I mean, as Zig Ziglar says, I understand either way. I love Zig Ziglar. I love everything in life. I understand when I love everything in life, I realize every single day I'm going to do the best performance I can. I'm going to do something that's really credible. I understand what is credible every single day is a better reputation. I understand when you have a better reputation every single day, I mean, make sure you look at the sky. I mean, the sky is a blue sky today. I understand there's some clouds today as well. I understand, although, that in my nice beautiful Apple Watch, it doesn't say it's going to be a blue sky. I understand it says it's going to be cloudy, but guess what? Here I am in the clouds today, and because I'm in the clouds, I'm growing in heaven in Jesus' name. I realize either way, when I grow, I go and make sure every single day I find myself more appropriate. I understand either way that most people will never find you appropriate on the street, and some people will just say blasphemy around you, and they just will not like you. I understand either way, when they do that, I realize that you just go and do something else. I understand that what's amazing is understand that if somebody's trying to block your communication, I realize it's because they're trying to block themselves and not you. I understand that, for example, today, I understand this guy, I understand that they write this message this man writes me a message and says, everything that I am not. I mean, this man wants me to be everything that I am not. I mean, that man wants me to do the opposite of what I'm doing. Totally, and he's trying to drive me to prison with his words. I understand either way. I understand that is the same as my biological mother. I mean, she says, hey, be like everybody else. I mean, you're a big deal. I understand, like, yeah, right. I understand that. You must understand that no matter what. I understand when you have family or people around you that you talk to and they write you a message saying, hey, I want you to be like everybody else. I promise you, that's what I mean. So what do? I make sure I stay away from those people in real life. I understand that I play around with people online and I send them messages of love here and there, but then one message may say, hey, I don't like what you do. I want you to understand I love you. I understand I love everything, but understand that you never speak like them. I do like what you do, but understand it must be something greater. But understand that when they're saying, hey, that they don't like you and what you do, and that you must understand that they don't want you to do what you're doing because they want you to be a doctor or like somebody else, or they want you to be somebody else other than you, and they want you to go with the crowd over there rather than this crowd. So don't listen to them. I understand that you must not listen to other people, but listen to yourself the most and find your way. I understand my way is not Grant Cardone's way. I mean, understand? I understand either way that Grant Cardone shows me some stuff in terms of how to really dwell throughout life. So he does have some credibility with me, but not fully. I promise you, nobody in terms of life has the exact path for you except you. You must understand that your path is the ultimate way. I understand, although, that Jesus Christ is your way. I promise you, everybody's way is Jesus Christ. I promise you, now, if you go my way, I'll lead you straight to Jesus Christ. I mean, do you understand? I promise you, although I'll lead you straight there because I understand that is important. I understand when I go and grow, I understand that every single day I go and try to go and level myself in my communication. I try to go and do it in front of a crowd as much as I can. I promise you, when I do it every single day in front of a crowd, I make sure every single day I try not to touch other people. I understand that just recently I just pushed the little kid away because I understand that my speaker may pop. And now because of that, I understand I'm just honest about that. But I understand that what's important is the guy's 15 years of age. I understand he doesn't understand that you can never place a microphone in front of a speaker because it blows the fuse. I understand it makes a noise, and make sure you understand that I'm teaching the man by just doing that. I understand either way that what's important is that when you can do that, you can actually do that. But understand that what's important is understand that you never hurt other people. I understand that what's important is understand that when you're promoting other people, such as I understand that I'm always promoting other people, but just understand that some people don't love themselves. I understand that they don't love themselves so much that they get negative upon what you say. I mean, when you are negative upon them and what they, I realize when you're negative upon what they are, or as then it gets even worse. I mean, understand you have to be lifting people all the time, so you have to be communicating with them over and over and over again. You must understand that what's important every single day is making sure that time goes fast. I mean, time is going really quickly. So understand that you must not be wasting time. You must be understanding every single day. You must be adapting to change. You must be adapting to the quickness of life. I promise you every single day, stay in tune with the news and what's going around the world, because I don't want you in there when you have to carry a coronavirus mask, because they're saying indoors, you'll be charged from Monday if you don't wear a coronavirus mask, and you'll get charged $200. So I don't want you to get charged $200. I want you to understand to wear a coronavirus. I want you to wear one of those corona masks so that you understand that when you go indoors only. I realize either way, make sure you're staying updated about your life, because that's the whole point. I realize the whole point is making sure you're educational. I understand when you're educational, you go do something very great for yourself. I understand either way, I have to speak all the time. I have to make sure I'm every single day performing and doing a nice, beautiful gratitude for myself. I understand that many people who are doing drugs, cuz, I understand they don't like you. I promise you, they'll never like you. I understand that what's important is make sure you realize that what's important every single day is making a better life for yourself. When you make a better life for yourself, protect yourself as much as you can, because you never know somebody who can actually come and hit you or something like that. So make sure that you never get hit in the first place, and just make sure you find yourself in situations where you're never in danger. I understand when you're in danger, I understand that you just do public speaking to a certain time every single day, and that way you'll go and really be much more outstanding, because I understand that in the nighttime, I understand many egotistical people will be roaming around, and they will just point a knife at you. Do you understand? So realize that you must understand that it's that kind of world. So realize you must understand that it's a beautiful world also. You have to understand that I'm not evil. I just understand that I'm just teaching something. I understand that when you go and really say what you are doing, you must understand that you must go and really be appropriate, but understand that you go and realize something right now. You must understand that nobody's going to point a knife at you unless you're doing something much better. I realize when you're doing something much better, I promise you, you'll try to avoid that. I understand the whole point is making sure every single day that you're just around better people, and don't be around people who are on the streets, because they are the ones who are violent. I promise you, they are the most violent people on the planet. I promise you, the homeless people. I promise you, why is that? Because they're victims of life. I promise you, anybody who's a victim of life, you must stay away from. I promise you, anybody who is, let's say, on the street, or let's say causing you violence, I promise you, those people are not trying to learn, and they're actually dying throughout time. And I understand that some homeless people actually get a bed, and they get a bed and actually drive themselves on the street and actually go to Kmart. They have energy to go to Kmart and get themselves an actual bed to go on the street. Why do you do that? Why do you have to walk to Kmart to get yourself a bed? Understand that same kind of walk to get themselves a bed, to make sure that they put it in a certain spot in Sydney or anywhere, is the exact same effort that you invest to grow yourself. So when you're growing yourself, understand that there's always a better way to do life, but when you're doing life, just make sure you're finishing up every single day in a better way, and just know yourself.